Hi, YouTube. It's me, Kareem Zamir. Those are the Seekers of Galanti. This is Second Wake. There used to be a Seekers of Galanti symbol over the top of the Seekers of Galanti. But then we got a new background thingy. And on the new background thingy, it's not on there. And I'm only calling it out now because I wanted this on recording from Asley, who does our background thingy. And it's okay. I don't have a problem with it. Because we also have a thing now that I needed to send her that's a animated GIF where it does like gold lighting and stuff. And I think that'd be super cool because it's the one we have for the Discord server. And that's me slipping up. That's not her fault. But yeah, hi, welcome. It's Second Wake, episode 5, year 2, or episode 57 if you're in the know. But if you're in the know, don't let YouTube know. You know? Cool. Because we're trying to beat the algorithm, and the algorithm's just like, if you type Second Wake in there, it's a bunch of religious stuff. And I'm like, you know, that's not wrong, but also it'd be kind of cool to be in like the top 40 somewhere in there. If you haven't already, click the thing and do the stuff and doobly-doo and whatever the heck you do on YouTube. But yeah, we're currently live on Twitch. We're going to play some dungeons, maybe a dragon. I don't know. And yeah. Let's get it. I would normally ask for a recap, but I feel like last episode, it's one of the few ones where I can sit there and be like, if you saw it, you were there. If you missed it, here's your recap. The Seekers of Galanti went to Miss Galanti, the Lady Galanti herself, visited her office and said, yo, what the heck is up with that? I would say the other thing that they say on that more popular Dungeons & Dragons streaming show, but that contains a big F word. So we're not going to say that yet, but in about YouTube is 7 minutes. In about 7 minutes, we'll start saying the F word. All right, great. Again, this stream is for 18 plus. Thank you so much. Where was I at? Where is my mind? Okay, I can't say that song. So, they visited the Seekers of Galanti visited Lady Galanti within her office, spoke and finally came to terms with the ending of their previous mission. Throughout the course of Ravan, the incidents, both from the various villages, as well as all of the kerfuffle that they encountered with the tiefling, the ram himself, going to MMLR 660, meeting Montserrat, and, of course, heading into the Feywild, where, very much so, time became all wibbly wobbly, as they like to say. I think there's a famous doctor who once coined that phrase. But yes, after doing so, receiving payment, giving equal take a shot, equal split to each member of their party. The Lady Galanti then, of course, provided each member of the Seekers of Galanti more information about available work she had. I can go into every single one of those. I would prefer not to go into every single one of those, but I do think that I can do, let's see here, I had it saved, but I'm not going to go searching for it right now because that's like a person who's prepared with notes and graphs and papers and stuff. And instead, I'm a DM that kind of just like, I like flying by the seat of my pants, and I like just taking what my players wrote and then reading it to you. So, quests, feel free to add any elaboration or info from your point of view for Morgan, because we had to fill her in, because yes, Morgan has returned. Welcome back to the stream, Morgan. Yay! So, the first quest that they listed and typed up, the gems have failed and awoken an angry spirit of a former ruler far to the south. The spirit seems to be garnering clay and insectoid soldiers to march upon the city. The letter was sent many months ago, and if you do not accept by week's end, it will be passed on to another house. The next quest available is having to deal with the town of Murkwater Village, just east of the Poison Hills, is seeking assistance for a handsome sum of capital for the protection of an encroaching movements from Ilzur as the Empire seeks to unify the southern reaches under their banner. There's been no declaration of a timetable through which assistance is requested. The next quest up for grabs is a contract from the Destra family. It has been submitted to handle the citizens of Undermoor off the southeastern isle of the Anvil Isles. Work to help secure trade and handle the locals who seem to want to make their mark on the surface. Pay is lower, however, but would allow some influence and charity towards Galanti's weavers. The next quest up for grabs, an elaborately decorated envelope from someone with the moniker Rattle, has given you a lead from an old forgotten temple to the weavers near the frigid well in Orskath. Included was a translated old map and an addendum to get something back from inside the lake if possible. No financial reward is listed, but what you could find about the old weavers could be rather interesting. Our second to last quest offered from the Lady Galante is the folks of the Barzulin colony to the north are having issues with strange creatures with bulbous heads and tendrils washing up on their shores. And our final offering, someone from Grim Village is looking for a month-long security detail. Strange occurrences of work injuries and other things will need to be dealt with, but they are promising 10,000 gold pieces per week. So with that, the group was offered many a quest. Indeed, they've had time to discuss it. They have had a week through which a non-game related holiday was occurring, and everyone was super duper busy, which I completely understand. I know this DM here cleaned out a garage in his house that has been sitting unclean for upwards of 8 years, and boy, did I sprain both my wrists, blow up both my knees, and cry as I sat down in my bath full of ice water. And yes, I did have Colt Honeycutt remark and bring me a beer, because that's just the kind of DM I am. I kill a man and then say, "You there, boy, beer me." So yeah, that's just how it goes. So that does conclude our wrap-up for last episode. If you want further details beyond what is summarized by my players, feel free to visit our YouTube channel. Episode 4, Year 2, is all of that. You can put it at 1.5 times speed, and I will sound right back to the days when I would stay in New York with family, and everyone just like... Grrr, and it sounds great. 1.5 times speed, by the way, best way to watch some of the more popular streams because they have very slow cadence. That's your fun Kareem tip of the day. It's a Kareem coin of knowledge. Anyway, with that all being said, before we get into tonight's game, when we last started last week's game, a few of our players had dreams, visions, beholdments of otherworldly effects, magical or otherwise, that invaded within the intrusiveness of their mind, and I would be beside myself if I did not include Morgan in that horrible kerfuffle. So obviously I'm going to start there. That seems like the perfect thing to do. So Morgan, as we begin today's episode, session, whatever, you find yourself returning to slumber, the party having ridden a carriage late into the evening. In doing so, the journey home was a somber one. Coming off the banks of both a murder and a newfound religion, bringing Klaus back to the city of Dieterwood, and speaking to him a bit about perhaps working with him to facilitate his return to the city. You having a bit of a rough week yourself, finally having a moment's respite from the dangers and fears of the world. Your friends standing up for you for your alleged crime. Allegedly, it was a crime. You know, hypothetically, you might have broken a few laws. But in doing so, you do return safely to the Galante estate. As you lay in your room, you prepare your half-elven meditation and kind of seek to make peace with all that has happened to you in the most recent of days. You find your consciousness fading and flickering as you begin to focus inward on yourself. But while your eyes close, your mind races far and away beyond hills and traveling anew. You feel the rocking motion, almost a seasickness overtakes you, a traveling sickness itself, as you can feel the bumpy road, the stone-built pavers crest across the runway. You feel yourself trapped, cloistered, almost imprisoned, as if you've been placed within these bounds or unbreakable things, but there is solace in the fact, and you feel it within the core of your being, that what you have surrounded yourself is nothing more than a sham, an illusion, the feeling of safety given to others and not for yourself. As you feel the rocking of your dream begin to escalate, you feel strength deep from within yourself, and you feel yourself break free from the binds that you have adorned yourself in. You hear screaming, yelling, noises muffled beyond your visual acuity, your ability to perceive the world around you, and the following moments are but a blur as you feel yourself thrust through the air and flying true and proudly. The next several events over the course of what feels like eternity, you feel yourself escape your prison, escape from truly all that wears and tears you down. You seek to find yourself, and you journey far beyond the boundaries of your own dreamlike state and whispers, the clouded visions of your own mind unable to guide you further, yet soon you see a light on in a long, open ground. You worm your way deep within the confines of the structure, and there you see it, a temple built truly for one's own self. And as your body shrinks and pushes and pulls, unnervingly so, you feel safety and whole once more as you return to a state of true well-being. And as with that, you complete a long rest. Regain your hit points, regain your spell slots, and you awaken as the group discusses what to do about a very particular bow, a very particular set of items that they no longer have cause for. And as you're still pondering the events of the previous night, a contingent of your friends, Celeste, JJ, Orville, and of course Velithil, make way far from the estate proper early into the morning to the north end of Deerwood, to a house, or rather a 3-story building that it seems ramshackled and stitched together, that they have now known as From the Heart, a rather curious curio shop owned and operated by one dwarven woman known as Michelin Fromhart, a, we shall say, unique individual possessed of a number of curious circumstances, with a pet imp that often flutters and flits around the room, insulting and yelling at the top of its voice in a most Gilbert Godfrey-like way. However, I am not good at impressions, so I will not be doing that today. But yes, as the party has now spent some time in downtime, exploring the various shelves and musings within From the Heart, they have come to the conclusion and identity of the item in their possession, as well as a number of other curious questions having been attempted to be answered, but more shown instead to show light on a certain situation that does plague the group's wizard. The 4 of you now find yourselves within this humble curio shop. A number of illusionary copies of the Dwarven Woman walk the aisles, seeming to assist at every beck and call of any would-be shoppers, as you all stand adjacent to the desk, having been given a quote of a mere 1,000 gold crowns for the bow now known as Mind Killer. You have much to decide amongst yourselves. Please, Seekers of Galanti, what comes next for your story?
Okay, so first you said that it was Orville that was there, so I'll go ahead and shift back into Cobble Jones.
Did I? I thought I said Cobble Jones. No, well, darn me.
Oh, so I walked all the way there blind.
Yeah, I did that last week too, didn't I? I mix both you guys up all the time. It's almost like you're each other.
Does anyone else want to inquire about any items?
No, I think I'm okay. They did give me a decent price if I wanted to sell back that saber.
Have you looked anywhere else for what, a crossbow you were looking for?
Just looking for something else, because I realized I could probably get myself in trouble with it. You know. But you know, I'm okay to hold on to it for now. I was just peaked. But yeah, nothing else really strikes a chord.
Tempted to pick up one of the rings of protection, but I don't have quite enough for the more advanced one. I think I have some things I could trade in to get enough coin for it. I'm not too far off. But I want to see how this glove works for me first.
Okay, I was gonna say if it's not like, I don't know, if you could use my help or something, I'd be happy to help you since you and Orville helped me.
Oh, well, we'll see. I feel like there's a few of us that might want to try this glove, and I hope that everyone won't mind if I give it a go first to see that whole dream state ability that it has.
I'm sorry. What does the glove do?
Oh, Cess, you have to.
I
You
wasn't in the
have to
room
pay
when you guys
better
discussed
attention,
it.
darling. I say things right near you, and you're just like, eh.
I was in my room actually when you guys were discussing that, and then I came out, and then we discussed some other things, but I was not present in the discussion of a glove. So
Okay.
Wait, we have a glove?
Yes,
see,
Okay. So, aside from the bow that fine gentleman had, he also had a glove. And it's an archery glove, which magically allows someone to be skilled with a bow as well as empowering their strikes. So, that's good on its own. But it also holds a name as a magical item of Reality's Grasp, and it allows protection against fear effects and other mind affecting well, abilities or spells. But it allows the user to dive into their own dreams and fight the poisons in their mind.
so basically the glove protects the person using the bow.
Correct. But I'm curious because several of us have some things going on, and maybe we want to see if we can get a little look inside our own heads with the aid of this glove.
I mean, so I got two things. One, do you think it's possible to cut the fingers out?
Well,
Oh
it's an
no!
archery glove. I don't think it has
Oh.
all of the fingers.
Yeah, it should only have 2 fingers.
Okay, awesome. Number two, what if your dreams kick your ass?
Well, aren't you badass enough to fight your own dreams?
No, notice how I said you.
Oh, well, I am, yes. I'm not going to not try it out of fear or concern. It's a potential to bolden myself and strengthen myself against the things that I've chosen to dabble in. So, yeah, willing to try it. And honestly, landscape of the mind, kind of think that's where I'm the most powerful. Especially in my own mind.
Alright, that's fair.
So the glove is kind of like forced occupational therapy.
Maybe.
Okay.
Or like Ready Player One or something, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Not sponsored.
Yeah, that's another one of those kobold players I haven't seen. But yes, I honestly think that for the bow, if we end up selling it, we'll get a similar price, if not better, at the Galanti estate, if we choose not to keep it. And we should still just let Morgan know exactly what it does so she can decide if she wants it or not, because that is a very powerful bow, if she's willing to put up with a few bad dreams. Well, bad dreams every night.
That sounds like a lot of bad dreams.
Yeah.
Is she
Yeah.
here?
No, she's stepped in like she usually does. Sleeps in, vanishes. She's full of like mercury poisoning right now, so I don't blame her.
Oh.
I can never tell. She just seems to like pop up out of nowhere in the shadows. Spook me.
Worst case scenario, we could always just trade in this bad boy and get us a new one that's less adventurous.
And also less cursed.
Well, if you want more cursed things, they are available here.
Yes.
And they will tell you about the curses. That's why this shop's so wonderful.
Oh.
There's always balance. There's always got to be some
Not
sort of
everything's cursed, too.
That's
I mean, it sounds like 99.9% of the things in the store are cursed, yeah.
I think that's an over-exaggeration. I think it's around 70%.
I was standing next to JJ in the aisle when she was talking about weapons, and every single one of them mentioned a curse.
Oh, I looked at some rings, and only one of them was cursed.
One out of how many?
Balance.
How many did you say? Out of how many?
4?
Out of 4.
And
Only
some braces. I don't think the braces were cursed either.
All right. Well, let's. Should we head back and if we could catch Morgan in between her cat naps?
Does
That's what I
have a
did.
rather large cat.
Mm-hmm.
Probably taking a bunch of naps. So.
Yeah, I have to think about what I want to do and try with this glove before I'm willing to make any purchases here. So yeah, let's head back if everyone's ready.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, do you want someone to be there the first time you kind of like sleep with that glove on?
I
Or
was going to
rest?
ask about that.
Okay.
When I was going to get around to it. Yes, I very much would appreciate that. I don't want to interrupt anyone else's sleep though, but
All right. I know you were going to ask me, so I'll do it. Don't worry about it. I know that I was first on your list. I will sacrifice my sleep for you.
Oh,
So, yeah, no problem. I got you. You want to try tonight or tomorrow?
I did
What
want to
works?
try it tonight,
Tonight?
yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'll be ready. What time should I be ready with my pajamas?
after dinner. Remember, we're going to dinner.
Right after dinner? I just
Well,
didn't know if she...
Right after dinner, it'll be, usual rest time around, 9, 10.
It's a sleepover then.
All right, if things go wrong, just scream out for me, because I'm really good at waking people up, and then I'll grab my axe and clutch it.
What are you going to do with your axe?
He's
I
not
can-
invited.
I can stop it at the root.
Stop. Dream, you're going to cut my head off.
No, silly. Your arm.
No. We're not trying to cut off any more arms.
Is
Yeah.
it more arms or is it the same arm? Does it count as 2? Does it count as just 1?
Well, she
Jones,
has-
if you cut off my arm, I'm going to hurt you. I don't know how, but I'm going to hurt you.
With just 1 arm? Don't
Yes.
you need 2 to cast
Don't-
spells?
No! As you may have noticed, the amount of times that I cast spells with just 1 all the time. I
Yeah, I
will
didn't
need to pick
notice.
up one of my wands or one of my other focuses, though. But yeah, I can do it with 1.
Alright, whatever. If you change your mind, you know who to ask.
If I change... Yes. Miss Fromhard is who I'll be asking to remove it.
Well, that's lame. I think I have more experience removing arms than Miss Fromhard does.
I'm not sure that's true. You go ask her how many arms she has for sale.
Is her illusion still around?
Yeah, there's an illusionary copy of this dwarven woman with her hands crossed over the front of her. She's just smiling and waiting. Meanwhile, you see the real copy no more than about 10 feet away from you, head buried in a scroll, and is like twitching unnervingly so every so often and like jittering and muttering to herself like different various forms.
I'll go up to the closest one.
Okay.
And I'll try to tug at her like cloak.
Yeah.
She's dwarf, she's not that tall, but
your hand goes through the illusion.
hey,
It looks to you.
Miss
as-
Lady,
Yes, how may I help you?
how many arms have you chopped off?
0. This
Ah,
one
see?
has removed no arms.
Wait, this one.
Yes, this
that
one.
illusion hasn't. Jones.
Like, what about like a combination of like all of you?
Oh wow, that's many things. And there's like a moment where there's like head empty, no thoughts, and you see there's like a shudder from the real version of her behind, and slowly you see the eyes kind of roll around in her illusionary head, and she goes, "I would say presently we would need to know if you are a member of the Authority.
Hell nah.
Oh, well, in that case, we've lost count after the last decade. We believe the number was somewhere in the 300s.
All right, I'll turn around. And yep. You know what? You're right. But if you want it quick and you want it fast and easy, I'm your man.
Were you wanting to donate your body to science, young man?
No, but maybe the elves.
Oh. All right.
Eventually, not right now.
Jonesy, it's good to know that if anyone wants anything fast and easy, we can come to you. But let's head off now, shall we?
Yeah, it used to be my nickname in college.
Proud of you. You went to college?
No.
I'm a doctor. What are you talking about?
I imagine kobold doctoring is like the weekend course for an EMT. Like, he's like, I know how to do chest compressions. I'm ready to save lives.
Yeah, I've chopped off limbs medically.
Yeah, or for fun.
Yeah, and for fun. I like to kind of mix work and play.
Yeah. You were an amputator before it was a calling for your job.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was a medic, so I had to go through, Army college. So take that as you will.
Yeah. All right. Sure.
Specifically, Kobold Army College.
Which is like a 3-ring circus at this point.
Yeah.
Just remember, if you ever lose your arm, you just steal Frank's.
I only got one left.
You steal Frank's first, and then you'll be fine.
God damn it, Frank.
God damn it, Frank.
You got one arm. I got -3.
It's awful.
Give me one.
Give me one. With that, you guys going to conclude your business at From the Heart?
Yeah.
Very good, then. You return to the carriage proper. You pile on in, as you oft do, and make your way back to southward through the city. The travel is brisk, the weather is beautiful, and you can hear, much in the same way as you would out in the course of Ravon, kind of a loud crackling sound echoing throughout the open air. It is undiscernible, but there is definitely some psychic residuals denoting the broadcast of MMLR 660 is still occurring this morning. Nearly a bit past breakfast at this point. You return back to the Galanti estate, are welcomed wholeheartedly back proper, and may roam around the area as you do see fit. If there's anything you wish to accomplish.
Miss Vel.
Hmm?
Could I ask to see if there's any sort of okay. So I was gonna meet Fee today originally, right? But Fee wasn't there, and I guess Fee's partner noticed I was there and said Fee wasn't back. But I shook her hand. I just wanted to make sure, like, I don't know, no one's trying to keep track of me. It just gives me the heebie-jeebies. Like, I don't know if that's something you can tell with, like, your detect magic abilities.
I could identify on you and see if there's any spells currently targeting you. As a little trick I haven't gotten around to copying down yet to hopefully do some divination in the future, which would be a lot more helpful, but
Oh, okay.
not done that yet. Fee didn't return.
No. Fee didn't return.
She never made it home?
No.
Doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't.
I'm assuming you've tried reaching out to her.
Not yet.
Okay.
I kind of just like rushed home. But I guess that's something I could try. Okay. Give me a second, and JJ's gonna cast sending.
Okay.
An attempt to send to Fee.
Okay.
Say, hey Fee, checking in. Didn't see you today. Ran into Willow. Are you okay?
All right. Is that your sending?
Yep, that's it.
All right. So when the sending goes off, we're going to do a little bit of a split here. The sending goes off. You do get a response right away. And you hear in Fiona's voice, you hear, oh, sorry about that, Ears. Yeah, I got called away to some business I had to take care of. Borrowed your stagecoach guy. Sorry. I'll have him back to you when I can. Thanks. And that comes back to you through sending.
Okay.
Morgan, in the confines of your room, there's a twitch, an uneasy feeling as something moves and courses through your blood. And as you're spending most of the early morning snacking or brushing your teeth, you feel a small vibration deep within the pit of you, and a muffled voice seems to emanate an echo from deep within your body. It only occurs for no more than 6 seconds, and then it passes like indigestion.
I wasn't able to make out any of it.
Not really. It's almost like it's beneath the voice, or the sound was coming several inches deep inside the very core of your body, maybe about where your bones are in your skin.
Okay.
Nothing more than probably a tremor, or likely the causation of whatever occurred the other day.
Did you get a response?
Yeah, Fee said that she got called away on business. And then she'll have her stagecoach back. I don't remember her taking a stagecoach.
She did. We had two.
She did?
She left with one.
Oh, I thought she
Because-
started walking back on her own. Okay, all right. I told Willow I don't think she took one, but my brain was so foggy.
I thought she took one.
A lot went on last night. A lot went on last night. Okay. Well, I mean, she says she's okay. She did use one of her nicknames for me, so I'm going to assume she's okay. Yeah, I guess I should tell Willow, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, then JJ's gonna do a sending to Willow.
Okay.
Hi, Willow. It's JJ. I just checked in with Fee. She says she'll be back soon, and she had some business. She apparently took one of our stagecoaches. Thank you.
You get a sending back from Willow, the orcish woman you met for coffee this morning. You hear her kind of like surprisingly soft-spoken voice. She goes, oh, thank you so much, JJ. I really appreciate you looking into that for me. Sorry about the unpleasantness earlier. Hope you're well. I appreciate it.
Okay. All right. All right. So her partner's been notified. Okay. Wow. Thank you guys. My brain is just, in a tizzy.
Do you still want me to identify on you?
I think I'm okay for now. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we have plans for dinner, and it's morning still?
And leaning into like early afternoon, probably like 11ish.
I might go copy a spell at the Destra house then, if nobody else has need of me.
I think I'm gonna check in with Morgan and discuss this bow with her real quick. In case she decides that she doesn't want it and then want to go trade it and get something before dinner time for her.
Yeah, that's fair.
We probably should have asked if she wanted to go earlier. Feeling a little guilty that I didn't invite her.
I would never want to interrupt Morgan's sleep.
Yeah, to be honest,
Oh, okay.
Celeste, she doesn't come on these trips often. She usually takes the time to rest and do her own thing. She kind of floats about, you know.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll just check in with her. Did you want to talk to her too, Phil, or no? You're good.
I'm with if you want me, if you
Yeah.
feel like I should explain any of the bits or the glove.
All the bits would be great. I just I'm gonna be totally honest here. I'm a little nervous about going near Morgan because I just touched her little eye, like right here, and she hurt me, and not just physically, but kind of emotionally and spiritually. So
I get it. You need an arbiter to act to kind of, so we can move past this. You want to
Mhm.
discuss with her your feelings. Okay. Are you ready to
No,
open
I don't
up?
want to talk about.
Because I'm
I
not
don't wanna
really the
talk
right person for that, but I will do it.
I think you're exactly the right person. Sounds like you got it together here. And then maybe we could discuss it over that sleepover tonight further.
Right, we're
This is
having
really
this.
great. This is
Yeah.
perfect. Okay, you go ahead. I'll follow you.
I could help if you guys want. I am a doctor.
No.
All right.
I'm just gonna head to Morgan's room and see how she's doing. Anyone who wants to follow me, I'm really not going to stop you.
Fair enough. So who's off to visit Morgan and who wants to do something else?
I'm going to visit Morgan.
Morgan. Okay.
Jade, you need emotional advice?
I was just gonna go finish some sketches, but I'll finish them out here in the main hall if you want company.
I mean, you can just say no. Hey, buddy! I need to talk at you.
You shout in the courtyard for Buddy. As you shout this, you do see an individual start kind of walking to you from the far end of the yard, about where you saw the carriages getting corralled. You eventually see a very familiar elven gentleman, dressed in a very long, dapper, tailed suit with gloves on, and approaches you looking almost exactly like a carriage driver for the Galanti estate. He goes, "Oh, good morning, Mr. Jones. Sorry I didn't see you there. I've been working through most of the morning for the lady. So, hi. Hello."
Okay, well, first off, you're fired from being a carriage driver.
Whoa,
And
gone.
Secondly,
Wait.
tell me your emotional problems, and I'm going to give you really good advice. 1, 2, 3, go.
Oh, okay. Emotional problems. So I've got a deep-seated resentment for my family. I have a number of emotional traumas for the pixies I used to do drugs with in my youth. There was this one time, there was this child named Gregory who came into the Sea Salt and Sunday Saloon, and he just kept ordering every flavor as a tester. And you can't just hand them little pieces. I had to walk all the way to the counter to give him a flavor, and then I had to walk it all the way back to let him sample the flavor. And then, he was just very unappreciative and then spat on me, I'll have you know, and that stuck with me for years, honestly. I heard that he grew up and married a very dreadfully ugly woman, so I suppose that's just comeuppance. I once pushed my brother into a river, and I don't know that he ever forgave me for that. But he seemed all right when we met him. Oh, and then my other brother is now inherently more successful than me as the predominant butler to a very wealthy family under the lightning thing. You know, I feel like I'm kind of dumping here. Is there, I mean, maybe, is there like maybe a medicine I could take for this, Dr. Jones? Or...
So Kobold was just kind of like scraping at his arms, like, huh? Oh yeah. And how did that make you feel, buddy?
Well, rather bad. I would honestly say. Yeah, no, I'd say I feel honestly a bit shite. I felt very alive recently working for the Huggy Bear Foundation or whatever it's called. But then I also felt very threatened as I watched a number of people packed with demons. Or demigod. I'm not sure, truthfully, where my mind is at on that one. Why do you ask,
Okay.
sir?
Alright, that's good. Let's elaborate on that.
Right, how?
We can skip over this, but basically it's gonna just be a spiraling, just tell me how you feel. Oh, is that how you felt? Well, let's elaborate on that until it just
So it's just
forever.
It's just Buddy venting for several hours at this point.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
And Kobold Jones not actually paying attention, but feeling like he's doing his best as
Sure.
a one-day course of psychology.
Give me a bluff check. You have advantage because Buddy does trust you. Like, wholeheartedly, he thinks you're best friends. So,
Perfect.
yeah.
It's a 12.
The 12. Let's see here. Ba-doop-a-doop. Do-do-do-do-do. Let's see what we got for insight today. Boop, boop, beedle-de-boo. Or maybe not. Why Fantasy Grounds? Why do you wound me so, Fantasy Grounds? I've clicked the D20. I've thrown it on the map. There it goes, finally. You said you had a what total? I rolled a 6.
12.
Oh, okay. So yeah, with a 12, you keep Buddy going for hours at this point. As he sits there and is like, I feel like you're screwing with me a bit, Mr. And you're just like, I would never. I'm your friend. I'm here to help you. It's like, well, if you say, if you're okay, sure, yeah, no, that seems right. And just for the
And
next
then at the
several
end, I
hours.
want to insight check him and see if I actually helped him at all.
Sure, yeah. We'll do that after this conversation with Morgan. We'll leave it in suspense. So with that, the three of you are returning to visit Morgan, or JJ, was there somewhere you want to sketch out in the yard, right? Easy to do. So Celeste in Velithil, using Mage Hand, I assume, to bring Mind Killer with you. You knock dun, 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 on the door of Morgan Quinlan. Morgan, you hear a knock from the door. You feel, before you hear the initial knock at the door, you almost have this sense that someone is going to knock at your door before they do that. You feel the hair on your arms kind of stand up. You feel goosebumps run through, and there's a moment of panic within your form before finally you hear the thunderous dun, 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 and you look to the door and you seem to almost have noticed it far beyond when it would have occurred. What do you want to do, Morgan?
Can I say that I was summoning Chunkini while this was happening, by the way?
Oh, 100%.
Cool.
You're summoning Chunkini with the Find Familiar spell, right?
Yep.
Cool. You summon Chunkini, and you see this very familiar, round, rotund cat. A little bit of meow to him. But there seems to be something not quite right with Chunkini. Go ahead and give me a perception check. 17. As you look over this truly hefty feline, you hold him in your hands and kind of shake a little bit. The weight of him, truly an impressive size that would kind of rattle your muscles. You look over this cat, and there's always been this kind of kind of cat face to him. He's always kind of that simple look. The eyes that the cat is holding now seem to be remarkably similar to your time in the Feywild. Almost as if there is a thought deep within Chunkini's head that is driving them to think.
I mean, but it looks like
Yeah.
Chunkini.
Yeah, it looks like Chunkini. It's just a look in their eye that seems
Okay.
familiar from way back when.
Cool. Then I will go get the door.
All right. door opens. You see Velithil and Celeste standing in the hallway, and there is a large kind of, I would almost say it's kind of like a bluish green, gravy looking materialed hand that's like shadowy essence. That is the mage hand of Velithil Downvey. And they are standing in the hallway. 2 gals and a bow.
Good morning, Morgan.
Morning, Val. What's up?
Well, we wanted to check in with you. We went and did a little bit of shopping, and we found out about the bow and the glove that came with it, and I wanted to tell you about it before we parted with it because it is rather powerful. It just comes with a little downside of eternal nightmares.
Okay. What?
Hmm?
Oh, it sounded like you whispered something.
I whispered, but magic bow.
Magic bow.
All right, cool.
And Belle will actually explain to you exactly what it does as per how it was revealed. If you want to read that.
Well, fine.
Well, I'll read it, but
Oh.
let me go back to it.
It's like, I can read it in my
I
stage
read
voice.
Do you want to read it in your stage voice?
I could do things. I am a master of
Do
dungeons.
it, homie.
Yo, what's good?
Say we went into my room and shut the door just in case.
Yeah, that'd
Okay.
be fine. Bringing everyone in close quarters seems good to me.
I'm gonna stand real close to that door, though.
You close to the door. So, the parchment that has been scrawled out by impish writing proclaims that this bow is the Mind Killer. This magical bow feeds upon the fears of all those in contact with it, requiring attunement by one's mental well-being fed into it. The bow opens the mind of its wielder and those struck by its arrows with their fears brought to life, and gives advantage on attacks made against creatures under the frightened condition. Upon hit with an arrow fired from this bow, the attuned user may use their bonus action in combat to force their target to make an intelligence saving throw, the DC for which is 10 plus the user's current remaining sanity score. Upon failure, the target takes 3d4 psychic damage and has disadvantage on their next d20 roll. If the target fails by 5 or more, however, they are frightened until the end of the user's next turn. The user may also feed the bow one of their own terrors by spending a bit of their sanity to cast the Fear spell. Each night, Mind Killer seeks to harrow and torment the closest living creature to it with horrific horrors and prey upon the dreams of all those around it.
Sounds like quite the weapon.
It's pretty cool, and it has a complement in the archer's glove that the fellow had, which actually emboldens you to have advantage versus fear and other mind-affecting potentials, and even lets you go into your own dreams and fight the poisons in your mind. So the question is, because I think we have at least 3 members of our group who may want to try and use that glove to deal with some odd dreams and connections we've been having. I know I want to try and use it tonight to see if I can, I don't know, be a bit more proactive against the clowns in my head. But it would require 2 attunements, which is quite a bit to devote oneself to the use of one bow, so I was curious your level of interest in any of this.
Honestly, I don't think that I'm that interested in it. I think it sounds really neat, but I don't think it's something that I want to mess with.
Alright, no, that's fair enough.
I knew it. I knew you wouldn't want that because that thing inside of you is so much cooler.
I thought.
And like
That is the next thing I wanted to talk about. How do you
Yes.
and also the thing inside of you feel?
First, I wanted to apologize, Celeste. I'm so sorry.
God, she beat us to
it's
it.
fine.
I-
I'm not even like no hurt feelings, no nothing. Like
But
I'm
Celeste,
so
you
fine.
wanted to come in here just to talk to.
No, fine. Let's not talk about the past. We're on to the future already, you know? How's your friend side of you going? Does it talk to you? Does it
Uh,
feel
so far, nothing as far as I know. I having weird. Like I kind of felt like you guys were gonna knock before you did. It's a little weird. Was wondering if we had a way to check it out and see what's going on.
Val? A way to check that out?
Want to check what out?
Thing inside of her.
Oh,
You
well,
can
I mean,
identify her.
well, that is something that I would be willing to do if Morgan desired it, but it would require both you and the thing inside of you being okay with me touching you for a minute. And I did notice that when Celeste touched you last night, you carved a lovely section of her out.
Again, sorry about that. Wasn't me. um, can I kind of like think to myself that like can I kind of reach out to the metal and project that it's safe and that
Sure.
this is to help it?
Yeah, go ahead and give me just a straight charisma roll.
Okay. That's a 9.
It's a 9. Okay, that's good. You you project this feeling of safety. These are friends. These are people to trust. They're going to help. You try to get across the emotional feeling of being at peace and welcoming. And you feel something shift and twist deep within your very core. You almost feel it kind of like touch a bit, and your heart skips a beat for a moment. You feel something enter into the ebb and flow of your waking mind. And as you say, this is safe. These are safe people. You have flashes, visions of Velithil with her hand outstretched, commanding a legion of demonic dogs to run down friend and foe alike. You have visions again of fire spells emanating out from her fingertips and burning your enemies alive. You have flashes as you turn instead to look at Celeste, and you can see a large, seemingly defenseless chocolate bunny that has just been torn asunder and evaporated. And very recently, you see a striking flash of a man with a bow screaming for his life as a very heavy tooth sent him into oblivion. And there's a shudder and a shake, and it feels as if each and every one of your senses is at high alert. Feel adrenaline kick in a little bit.
Okay, probably not the time for it then.
Right. Well, we've just met, so we'll have to get to know each other. I'm kind of looking at her stomach as I talk to her. As I'm talking to it. So we've just met, so we'll have to get to know each other a little better. Hopefully you'll be able to view me as a friend. We did help you out, so you know, it's just proof in the future. I would love to get to know more about you.
Maybe we should invite them to the sleepover tonight.
There's a sleepover?
No, I'm going
it's
to
in Belle's
use
room.
Morgan, I'm going to use the glove to try and delve into my own dreams and fight the clowns in my head. I don't think you want to be there for that.
Maybe you do.
You don't want to have like backup or something in case something happens?
Well, Celeste
That's
is
a
going to
great
be there as
idea.
backup.
You and your friend
Okay.
back me up when Belle's sleeping. She's just gonna be sleeping. Nothing could go wrong. She has the
It's
glove.
a trance
she's so
state.
smart.
I don't actually sleep.
Right. Well, do you?
Morgan,
and
you're
we'll
welcome
stay up.
to come to the sleepover. Oh my god, why do I feel so much like Buddy right now? Bartholomew. Whatever. You know what? You're doing great. I'm gonna go and copy a spell. You all have a lovely day. I'll leave.
Well, sleepover is promptly after dinner in Belle's room. Just bring your own pillows, okay? Because I don't think she'll have enough.
Probably not.
Just
I don't even have a bed.
Hey, you don't have to scream. We can all hear you. So dramatic. Just bring your own pillows. And I will exit the room promptly.
All right.
I don't want to be alone.
you, you exit the room without kind of lingering at all. In the courtyard, you hear Bartholomew still talking to Cobalt Jones, going, I think it all really stems from when I first wasn't picked for any of the elf games in my homeland. It was winter, and everyone wanted to talk about the things and hobbies they were building when school let out, and I really just had a fascination with the law and diplomacy, and I think I knew then that I wanted to be a diplomat, but all the other kids wanted to be like heroes and adventurers and whatever the hell a doctorate will get you for years or whatever. I'm not quite sure about that one.
And now, buddy, isn't a diplomat a hero in some people's eyes?
Yeah, I helped people. You are absolutely right, Mr. Jones. This has been a lovely conversation. I feel like we've reached new ground, you and I.
And, buddy, how does that make you feel that we've reached new ground?
I feel like we're best friends, and now we're like, well, I'd almost call you my brother, but I have far too many of those already. So maybe I'd call you like my pal, you could be my new like bestie kind of thing, like could look out for each other. I know you have that thing with Mr. Orville, but beyond that, I feel like we have a kinship, you and I, that we would be unbreakable. I feel like there's maybe next time you can tell me all about yourself and your troubles. Yeah,
Buddy, this is all about you, okay? Not about me. Let's not make it about me. We're here for you right now. So let's elaborate on this bestie situation. It's a word that you've used, and
Yeah.
tell me, have you had other besties before?
No,
And how
never.
did that make you feel?
I've never had a bestie before, but I heard Miss Celeste use the word, and I liked it, so then I looked it up in the library, and apparently bestie is slang, which I didn't know, so I had to ask the waitstaff, and they informed me that it is like a beyond a best friend, someone you are so good with you don't even have to use real words with. You can just say, I don't know, whatever the young folks say, schlabadosh, and you would just understand what that meant, and I wouldn't have to explain it.
Yeah, I mean, I totally get Slavadosh.
It's
So-
like you get me.
Well, buddy, I think that we've done really good today. We've made a lot of ground. Next week, when we have our next session,
Oh, okay.
we can discuss this more.
Yeah, I would like that. I would really like that. Can I get you anything, Mr. Jones, for helping me out? I appreciate it.
Nope, I'm good. You're still fired from being a carriage driver, though, so.
Oh yeah, of course. No, I mean I haven't shown. I mean we've been out here for like half an hour now, and they've just been yelling, and I've just kind of been ignoring it, as I told you my whole life story. Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Are they still out there, like, looking for him?
Yeah, they're like, where's that new elf? Just like she's shouting in the
I'll be
yard.
I'll shout out, I'll be like, hey, I found him over here! And then I'll just give him one of these.
Give him the bird. They immediately are like, the hell? And they like see the bird flip, and they're like, hey, get him back to work. He's filling in.
No, I fired him.
Oh, who are you?
I'm a seeker, damn it!
Oh yeah, no, he's fired. All right, well, sorry about your luck, kid. And they head back to the wagons. Bartholomew looks you over and goes, right then, so how are you spending the rest of the day, buddy? Bestie, I should say.
I don't know. I was thinking about getting trashed.
What does that mean? Like, we're going to go in a
have a
dumpster?
slumber party later, so, you
Oh.
gotta be nice and saucy for that.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I mean, that's cool. What, like, you want to, maybe we could go drinking together?
there a way that in this time frame, while they're just having their little, I could search for ale for them?
You're just gonna go find beers? Yeah, easily enough. I think you go to the kitchen and like, by the time he's asking Kobold Jones if they should go drinking together, you could be coming out with tankards of ale.
Everybody, I know you're having a very emotional day now.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
So I got this for you.
Okay.
Because I know that you and Jones are trying to become besties, but
yeah, no, I think we
just want you to know that if you ever need anything, shoulder to cry on,
right.
Again, or anything, I'm here for you.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no, I've always I think you're a great person, and you're
No, buddy. No. Just think about it. Get back to me. This beer is for you.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'll think about it. And he'll like take the beer and look at Kobold Jones and be like, I don't know what's going on. Okay. Oh, this is delicious beer. It definitely tastes like beer.
I'll kind of whisper to him, just drink it, buddy. Just drink it.
I
You don't want to know what happens if you don't.
It's got a lot of hops in it. I don't know that I can drink it.
You're gonna have to do it.
Oh, it's gonna give me the burps. He's gonna like try to like squeamishly drink it. Oh
Wait.
no, this is the stuff right here. Yep.
Are you allowed to drink?
Not
I
really.
forgot. Oh, no.
he like gets like a quarter of the way through. He's like, oh, that's good stuff right there. Woo, I'm feeling it. All right. Well, I'm gonna go get a refill, and yep, that's all.
Water. No.
Yep. And I'll see you later for the slumber party. Starts walking away.
I invited him to the slumber party. Oh, damn it.
I did.
Belle's going to be so mad.
He's my +1.
As Belle is heading out, she'll stop where JJ is sketching. It's like, I think everyone's coming to the summer party now, so if you want to come, you're invited. I mean, you were going to be my first invite, but then Celeste got so overambitious. But I just want to let you know that you are invited to the summer party. Oh, there goes Buddy. Hold on, I need to go tell him about dinner tonight. Run off after Buddy.
You run off after Buddy. You see him at the front door, and he's dressed like a chauffeur, and you like stop him, and he's got like a half drank, mostly spilled down the front of him beer, and he's like, "Oh, hello, Miss Velafil. This is." You know, I'm not going to lie to you. This is a beer that Celeste gave me, and it is absolutely dreadful. People drink this by choice.
I know they do.
Oh, yes.
We're going to dinner at the Dorrance tonight, and I had a reservation for 7, so you're welcome to join us.
Oh. Okay.
And I hope you do. And you can just pour that literally anywhere. Like.
Well, she's still watching, so I kind of was going to go into the kitchen and then be like, oh no, I left it on the counter. Oops. And then, you know, it wouldn't hurt anyone's feelings that way. I mean, she's really nice, and I can tell she wants to be, like, friendly with me, which I really appreciate. But I've kind of got this bestie thing going on with Jonesy and I. And, you know how that is, right? You've got, like, that snake friend of yours who you're like that with.
I've left her on vacation because she really seemed to be enjoying her drink.
Right. Okay.
I was going to call her again soon.
Well,
I miss her. But
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Go be kind about it. But I hadn't told you about dinner, so I wanted to make sure you knew about that. I'm gonna head over to the Destra estate and try and copy down a spell before then.
Okay.
Don't get dragged off on any thing from our dear beloved Vaza. See you later.
Right. Did you need me to drive you?
Oh, sure. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I probably should not be drinking this while I drive the horses. But you know, if you don't complain, I won't complain. And starts walking over to the carriages and like starts sipping it and is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have the burps from this for sure. And, like just keeps walking. As time passes, JJ, you begin your sketching and things of that sort. It is a calm, serene day, and there's a bit of comedy at play. I feel like in the courtyard between Jonesy, Bartholomew, and Celeste, as this kind of plays out, just kind of like out of sight and mind for you. But otherwise, yeah, you find the countryside. The view is, as always, beautiful at the Galanti estate. Is there anything in particular you're doing, or just relaxing and trying to clear your head?
I think she's gonna try and sketch Celeste smiting the bunny.
A signature moment in Celeste's life. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so.
Go ahead and give me, you're proficient in tools, so go ahead and give me I guess it'd be a performance check at that point for a bard. So yeah, go ahead and do performance. Yeah. Why that's a charisma skill and not just like a general skill, I'll never know, but hey, I don't make this game, I just run it.
8.
You get some of the line work done, but you're noticing a number of issues with proportion. At one point, the ears of the bunny far too large for how big of its head it is. Celeste's hands don't sit quite right in the initial sketch, so it's kind of like she's broken her weapon, and the angle is wrong. You definitely would probably benefit from a reference. If I begin to describe this and it triggers anything for any of our viewers, I'm so sorry. But yeah, you feel like real early stages, maybe you put this one down, you come back to it later. But you've got the bones of the drawing done.
Yeah, that's good. It's like the roughest of.
Yeah, it's like that. Like I did this in an hour, and I did it with no reference, and it's all just off my head. Like there's a bunch of weird doodles in the corner. There's like symbols of Vasler just like floating in the picture for no reason because you got bored halfway through. You're like, oh, what does that look like? But regardless, you do spend time in your element attempting to find something to do. Go ahead and give me an intelligence saving throw.
Better. 14.
14. It takes a bit of time. A few hours pass as everyone else goes about their day. But you do find a bit of joy in the drawing that you do manage to create. And with that, you recover a single point of sanity, slowly regaining your clutches on the real world. Velithil heads off to copy a spell. Morgan, Kobold Jones, Celeste, is there anything you all would like to do before dinner?
I think I'm gonna run and walk, take a shower, and just kind of clean up for dinner.
Sure, sounds like a plan.
Stink.
Works for me. Again, the baths that are available to you at the Galanti Estate are some of the finest establishments that you can visit. Not the finest, but definitely good. Go ahead and give me an intelligence saving throw. I don't know that you're actually down any sanity, but regardless, you feel good. Moving on with my day. Kobold Jones, anything you want to do before dinner after becoming besties? If you'd like to write under allies or bonds, Bartholomew Earden, and then dash bestie, you've unlocked that romance option.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. How cringe? Wait, should I pull Strixhaven
back?
Huh?
Does he get any sanity back?
Bartholomew? Oh, yeah. He's not been crazy for a long time now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If he's at full, then that's fine.
Yeah. You might say he has a very good voice in his head guiding his actions.
That's fair. Kobold Jones will do what every good dwarf does best, and he will get tanked.
Get absolutely trashed. Yeah, easy enough to do. You walk into the kitchen of the estate. People are like, so you can't be back here. And you go, I'm a seeker. And you walk all the way to like the reserves, and you start like looking through what's there. You find, because we'll say, yeah, definitely upbringing by dwarves. I'm not going to make a roll for it. You find an old cask of ale that has been perfectly preserved for at least 5 years. This thing is barrel aged, really soaked in that like nice IPA flavor, and is remarkably decorative for how nice the barrel is. And you tap it, without really asking permission and start drinking what might be some of the finest spirits that you have had in your time so far in the city. And
Yeah, I'll just lift it up and carry it out into the living room and just like put it up on the table and treat it like a box of wine, except it's just like a really nice cask.
yeah. A few of the servants are like, "Sir, I don't think you." And then they like other like more veteran servants are kind of like, "He's a seeker," and they go, "Do you need napkins or a glass, bib, perhaps?" No, okay, no, of course. Have a good one, sir. They're just kind of like, "Oh, we're good." Morgan, anything you want to do before dinner?
Nope.
No? Okay. Kobold Jones, are you down any sanity? I don't think so. You might be one.
No, I'm not.
No, I didn't think so. Simple as So, Velithil, you arrive at the Destra family store, the public store of that. You see Kem working the front as always and kind of looks you over and goes, "Well, good afternoon, Miss Downvey. To what do we owe the pleasure of your visit today?"
I was hoping to copy a few more spells.
Of course. So long as you have the adequate coin, you know our rates, of course. What is it you were in the market for today?
How much time do I have?
I don't know. I just work here, ma'am.
Out of character.
Oh, okay. I mean, right now it's like by the time you arrive, it'd be like 11:30, maybe noon.
Okay.
So depending on when you want dinner, I think you made plans for like 6.
Yeah, 6, 7.
Yeah, so reasonably,
Okay, so
like 4-ish hours.
yeah, I was hoping to copy down a couple of necromancy spells, life transference, and a newfangled one I just learned about called Wither and Bloom.
Of course. Let's see here. Boop. Boop. Now they have life transference, and Wither and Bloom is from Strixhaven, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
2nd level.
Yeah. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. One of these days, these things will load, and I will have all my documents prepared and ready. Please and thank you. So yeah, per level it takes 2 hours to copy a spell. Life transference, isn't it?
1 hour each,
What's your
because
madness
necromancy.
Oh, because they are necromancy spells. Okay, so yeah, you do it at halftime. So 3 hours for life transference, and then he will tell you for your second request, as it is fairly recently learned about. Will tell you that they currently don't have it available.
Oh, drat. Fancy new things, so hard to find.
Yes,
But maybe I'll be able to figure it out myself then.
perhaps.
Let me check my list. Because that'd be 3 hours, so I'd have about 2 or 3 hours left.
Making a list, checking a chance. Gonna find out what's necromancy nice. Vel is going to copy some spells. She works for a guy named Vasler. You know, he's kinda cool. But if you don't worship him, well, you know, you're just kind of a fool. Oh, you better watch out. Better watch out. Better watch out. Better watch out. Belithil is copying some spells.
I'll copy... General Repose.
Gentle Repose. Is that available to wizards?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, how about that then?
Pretty sure.
Boop-a-doop-a-doop. Yeah, Cleric Wizard. Second level necromancy spell, Ritual. Yeah, easily enough to do. So it will be... Where are we at here?
It'll be the 5 hours.
Yeah. 4 hours. Level 3, level 2, right? Half time for you?
Half time, so
Oh, 1 hour
level
each,
3
yeah.
would be... Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, yeah. That would be your choice then. And then riding a carriage back.
Yep.
Okie dokie. So yeah, that is easy enough to do. Mark off the gold. You're good to go there. Let's see here. Oh, yes, of course. Morgan, as you are waiting before dinner, you begin to have feeling. There is something deep seated within you that seems to seek out and want to understand a bit more of what is going on. You feel a sentience, a consciousness, well within the edges and creeping ebb and flows of your mind. You hear a woman's voice call out to you, and you hear this, where, how, who. What would you like to do? Eating all the snacks, eating all the snacks, eating all the snacks is what she gonna do.
So many pistachios in my mouth.
No, those are souls.
Soul. I'm a soul man. That's a Basler.
I'm just gonna think. Hello.
Hello. You kind of you reach the hello out. You again hear this kind of woman's voice kind of go, fear.
You say fear?
Fear. Fear. Fear.
I don't see anything. I just hear this voice.
You hear it very much almost as if someone is in your ear whispering. But like keeping it like very hush hush. You can hear it. You very much feel like someone is talking to you, and there's like a presence that's standing beside you, but every time you turn to look, you're just in an empty room. You're in wherever you're at, hanging out till dinner time.
I'll say, who are you?
There's a pause. There's this feeling of uncertainty that wells deep within you. And you hear, we are free.
Free from what?
Rather than hear a voice, there's another moment of like trepidation. Your heart pumps a bit, and you have a very vivid vision of this glass case that you reached your hand into and pulled something free from, but it's a blurry, foggy mess.
I'll say again, you're safe.
There's a sense of that, and you convey it verbally. You feel this kind of like uneasiness settle in. You hear dangers everywhere. Can feel it.
You can feel danger everywhere?
Yes, 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 yes. Can you not?
A small bit?
Are we together?
Yes.
Good, 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 good. At this, you feel something shake loose inside of you. You may put that you have one of your attunement slots has been readjusted. I assume you're keeping your necklace or your plush. But just note that one of them is being used as you're attuned. You feel something encroach into your mind, and you can feel something push forward out of your body a bit. You get the feeling as there's slight pain emanating from across your skin. You can feel kind of like this like strange uneasiness. There's pain in your ears, and as you go to reach for it and touch it, there are large, kind of like bright studs that have pierced your ears and kind of filled in a number of cuts within your flesh. You feel this kind of like overwhelming presence and very much blanketed effect from this unseeable entity. And you hear, "I will show you how dangerous this is, and we will face it together." What do you do?
You said that I have large bright studs, and then it filled in what?
It's more or less like anywhere where you would have a piercing or any type of like scarring, there is like a small shimmer of like this metallic material now that is filled in that spot, as you have now attuned truly with this entity. Bit forced, but
How dangerous what is?
you have a moment and you can feel a shudder run down your spine. You have vivid flashes of a life, not your own, but one of which you have lived. And you've lived it for quite a long time. You remember things that are not your own, yet you can't discern if they truly aren't you. Go ahead and give me an intelligence saving throw.
It's a nat 20.
Ooh, okay. Well, there we go. With a natural 20, you feel something force its way into your mind, a flood of memories, and there's a moment where you feel that these are just things you've forgotten. It's almost being imprinted into your body, your very physical makeup, but you hold on to that sense of what truly is Morgan. You feel these flashes, these visions, these roaming thoughts, but you know them to not be your own. You sense them to be alien, foreign, a life yet unlived, yet one that is too realistic to be fabricated. You have flashes and you're able to discern from mere foggy visions truth of what yet may come, or rather, what has already happened. You remember waking up among large, ogren-like creatures of gray skin and heavy stone. You hunted with them in the mountains. You spent years of your life searching with your tribe for prey. You learned of the dangers of the wild and how very quickly a life can be brutally and primally taken. For years you traveled and traversed until it came a time that you would ascend from your homeland to somewhere much better. And in doing so, head down the mountain to a wonderful city of heroes that you had heard in whispers. Your body, your mind, your very reflexes trained in this aspect to detect any danger before it occurs. I'm not sure that D&D Beyond will let you do this, but you gain the danger sensibility from the Barbarian class. It is starting at second level. You can Google it. You gain the uncanny sense of when things nearby aren't as they should be, giving you an edge when you dodge away from danger. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects that you can see, such as traps and spells. To gain this benefit, you can't be blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
Well, that's neat.
Mm-hmm. You feel it kind of overwhelm you. You feel very much your hands are too small for the visions you are having. The memories are not quite your own. You remember wielding heavy axes and tearing into the flesh of prey, taking on jobs and truly keeping yourself safe from danger. The presence within you acknowledges as your senses are awakened to the ability to sense danger before it occurs. And you can feel your hair stand up on end as you now feel very much aware, acutely so, of any potential dangers. A door swinging open too fast, a chair misplaced that you could fall and tumble from, a friend or foe walking down the hallway. No, it's just the maid. You seem to know these things far in advance from their actual occurrence, and it takes time to adjust, but with your natural 20, these memories you feel, while not your own, are truly power to be gained from a life well lived. You hear, again in your mind, a gruff woman's voice echo within the ebb of your mind, truly deep within it now. And you hear, together, you and I together, we will face these things and let no one stop us. And that is where we're going to take our break, y'all. All right, it is 8:50. I'm feeling like a 5 is pretty good. I feel like a 5 is pretty good. So we'll come back at 8:55 for more Second Wake. I've been Kareem Zamir. If you stick with us after the break, you'll be our level 20 characters. We'll see you in a bit, folks. Peace. Hello, 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 hello. Hi, guys. Welcome back from the break. I'm still Kareem Zamir. There's still the Seekers Galanti. This is still Second Wake. Awesome. It's Monday night. It's about 9 o'clock. We got another hour or so to play out here on the table. If you stuck with us after the break, I certainly thank you personally for sticking around as our level 20 characters. Yeah, you guys are great. I really do appreciate you. If you're watching on YouTube, awesome. Hi, what's up? Have you subscribed or rang the bell or done any of that nonsense crap that they tell me I have to do? I get 3 emails a week about how to interact with my audience of 30 people on YouTube who just watch 3 broadcasts. So, whatever. You know what? This is specifically for our German audience. Dice, I hope you're doing well when you're rewatching this, bud. I know he watches it. He's usually my only viewer. Anyway, moving right along. When we last left for break, perfectly normal stuff happened. Buddy went to kobold therapy. Celeste and Velithil discussed with Morgan about wanting a longbow that could freak people out and scare them. And she was like, nah, I think I'm good, fam. And they were like, word, dog. And then they walked away, and Vel was like, you know what I want to do? I just want to leave this bow somewhere and then get on a carriage and go copy some spells. And that's what she done did. And Celeste was like, you know what I want to do? I want to wash the crud out from between my fingers. It's been a while, so I'm going to do that. And Kobold Jones said, yo, dog, I want all of this keg. And they said, sure, some of. And he goes, I think you misheard me. I said all of that keg. And has completely gotten... I would, it's not even wine mom drunk. It's like full-blown slosh magosh. I'm a dwarf. I have high constitution, he says in Kobold. Yeah,
it's alcoholic stepdad.
Oh, yeah, 100%. You never amount to anything. I love your mom. God, whew, that's...
I'm only here for your mom.
Yeah, that's a memory I ever heard. All I'm missing now is to hear Pink playing in the background, and we nailed that memory right there. I'm coming out. Anyway, sorry. So yeah, with that, JJ stayed and drew and recovered a bit of sanity. That's where we're at. Moving right along, everyone has prepared themselves for dinner. Bartholomew and Velithil, seeking to arrive on time, leave directly from the scribe shop and make way to make sure we hit our time as right. For Morgan, Celeste, JJ, and of course, Kobold Jones, not any O word, I would say, having your pictures above each other, not great for me. My brain wants to read everything. Anyway, the rest of you all prepare yourselves and eventually head off into a wonderful carriage provided to you by the Galanti estate and make way far, far into the heart of the city to one of the most premier restaurants in the land. If I'm not mistaken, Velthil, remind me, you did get it for the
Dorrance.
The Dorrance, yes. So, with that, let me pull this up here so I have my notes. This is my delay song because I definitely didn't pull up the wrong thing, because it definitely didn't go to the one that Kobold Jones named as a joke. That would be dumb. Isn't that neat? It's cool when you don't do that, right?
Wait, you took one of my names?
You and
Orville
Orville named
named
a
it.
place. Oh, Orville named it. There we go. I gave you credit for Orville. It's full circle.
I'll take credit, but I won't be mistaken for.
Hey, there you go. Often imitated, never duplicated. Yeah. Boop, boop,
Sometimes
boop, boop.
duplicated and imitated.
Sometimes completely duplicated, indefinitely imitated, and yeah. Anyway, so yes, you all make way and head for there we go. You make way for the Dorrance, a upscale and truly magnificent restaurant within the heart of the district. Truly, it maintains a timeless elegance of the first wake and a gleaming contemporary features that exude from the outsides and outskirts of the building. It features a high orange ceiling, long, luxurious bar carved from ancient oak, and a dining room served by renowned chef Duo Lazuremi. It caters to the upper crust of the city and is often frequented by visiting nobles and knights. As you all arrive, you note that, surprisingly, the restaurant is rather empty, meaning a reservation having been made for rather notable celebrities in town. Velithil, as you and your accompaniment, Bartholomew, enter into the restaurant, you note that much of the space around the entrance has been cleared away. Only a few tables on the very edges of the available area are still seated with a number of guests and customers. Very quickly, you hear another carriage pull up. Your friends arrive just in time, much as you were running almost late. And you all rejoin out there. You see a very well-dressed man, most likely in his late 60s, true silver fox, kind of kempt goatee, cold, kind of pulled back hair into a small ponytail, and a bright fitted suit that has been well tailored and maintained. The doors are open for your friends, and you all rejoin. This individual walks forward, menus already in hand, and goes, "I do believe we are in the presence of the Seekers of Galanti. Is this your party? I recall there being 7 on the ticket."
We had a last-minute cancellation of one, unfortunately.
Oh, how unfortunate indeed. Very well, not a problem. We will make it work for us. Just everyone will have a bit more elbow room at the table.
Thank you.
This is your whole party, then please follow me if you will. And he turns and kind of escorts you all to a very large table in the very center of the restaurant. You note that there is no other tables within 10, 20 feet of your location. There's as much kind of like rise as able. You do note a few people who are dining, some nobles and lesser knighted individuals do kind of look in your general direction. There are whispers and points that are quite noticeable. But you are all seated around a large circular table. There's fresh baked bread, as well as a number of empty glasses. The host does provide quite a bit of a long, kind of tall menu, and kind of goes over and goes, "We have provided each and every one of you with a wine menu, a drink menu that you might peruse. We have a number of fantastic appetizers on offer. Truly, if there is anything that you might require, we can make it happen for you and your party tonight."
Yes, sir. What's your worst wine?
Our worst wine? That would be the wine that we give to the rats and the back alley.
No. Hang on, I'm sorry. You misunderstood. I don't mean your cheapest wine. I mean your worst wine.
My worst wine?
Yeah.
Do you mean as if perhaps our most robust, or those that I fail to understand, sir. You are in the Dorans. We have nothing but excellence in our name.
All right, hang on. Let me break this down so it's a little simpler, and I'll turn the menu to, show him. Out of all of these wines, which one is your least favorite? Point it out.
Which one is my least favorite?
Yes.
Well, sir, that is an impossibility. I love each and every one of our wines.
Which one do you love the least?
Jones, what
I'll
are
keep
you
pushing
getting
it
at?
closer to his face.
The wine that I love the least, well, I'm not quite sure, sir. Is this a... And he turns and looks at the rest of the group. Is this a bit he's doing?
Yes,
Just
it is
pick one.
very
Just
much
point.
so a bit he is doing.
Point to any of them.
He doesn't even like wine.
Oh, so.
Okay. Well, I'm. Let me think here. We have a yellow. Well, it's a Shiraz. It's a yellow Shiraz. It's adequate.
Sounds disgusting. I'll take it.
Okay. Should that be a glass or a bottle, sir?
Bottle.
Oh, quite the generous spender. Thank you. We'll have that brought out for you. For the rest of your table, might I interest you in a wine selection or perhaps another recommendation of my best?
Could I just get a nice whiskey, please?
A whiskey? Yes, of course. We have a beautiful whiskey that has come in from the south, not just that long ago at all, just from the borders of Ravon. They make it deep within the mountains, and it is truly aged quite well. I will have a glass of that. Would you like a single, a double, or perhaps am I to bring a bottle of whiskey out to you as well?
Oh, I'll have a single for now. I'll just have it neat, please.
Of course, a single neat. Of course, a woman of refined taste. I can appreciate that. For the remainder of you.
Wait, you guys have whiskey?
Of course we have whiskey, sir. We have everything that your heart desires.
Look at how nice that bar
Alright.
is, Jones.
You look across
Never mind,
the way.
I don't
and,
want.
there's
I
a
don't want your
bar.
gross wine.
Yeah, there's a bar that actually has very dapper looking individuals behind it. A few of them are human, but there's a total of 5 bartenders of this massive bar that could seat upwards of about 50 people, and it's empty except for one chair. And the person sitting there is in this beautiful white and gold suit and seems to just have an air about them that they're not going to give you the room because they're here to drink. But you look at that and you can see all of them well dressed, and they the wait staff kind of the bar backs all kind of wave to you and go, anything you need, sir.
Okay, never mind. I don't want your gross wine. Let me have.
Not gross at all, but okay. Yes, of course.
And then I'll name off some whatever dwarven whiskey that I know I like.
Oh, of course, yes. A Firebeard's brandy, sir. We have that in droves. Not a problem at all. Shall I bring you a personal keg of it?
I'll just start with a bottle. You don't have to flatter me.
Sir, I do appreciate your hospitality in this nature, but the Firebeard does not come in a bottle, as I'm sure you are quite well aware.
Can you pour out that gross wine and put it in that bottle?
Sure, yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I do that? I will have it done, sir. I will pour the yellow Shiraz down the drain, and we will fill the bottle with Firebeard.
All right, perfect.
It has an aroma with the barrel age. Okay, yes, of course, sir. Whatever you say, sir. For the rest of you, might I help you with your drink selection?
Well, my friend over here, and I'll point to Buddy, I think he's going to have the same thing as Jonesy here, because they're besties. So
Oh, no, I couldn't possibly.
probably have the same thing.
I mean,
what?
we are besties, but I don't. Beer is not really a thing I do. It's kind of he's getting a. Well, you're getting a bourbon. Yeah, no, I'll do that. Yeah, that's fine. I will take mine in a barrel, though. Very good, sir.
Bartholomew,
Bartholomew, why
Are
are
they-
you drinking?
I'm going, and like Bartholomew like lifts their menu up and kind of like covers their face away from the waiter and goes, I don't want him to think that I can't hang.
You can still hang.
I know, but like, I fear that, and he turns his menu to cover Jonesy and goes, I feel like he's gonna call me a bitch if I don't drink with him.
He's going to call you a bitch no matter what.
No, we're
Yeah.
besties now, you don't understand.
No,
We
he'll
had this
still call
moment
you.
earlier where like, we can finish each
Bartholomew.
other's sandwiches.
But
Please, this is
Oh,
a
no.
lovely restaurant. Get what you actually desire.
Oh, well, I don't... Sure. And he, like, puts the menu down and goes, I, will happily take a, I'll take... no, I don't want Shiraz. I was going to be noble and take the Shiraz that you wanted poured out, but honestly, that's just an absolute travesty for wine. Do you happen to have, a Whisper Strawberry? And you see it goes, oh, an excellent and immaculate choice, sir. Direct from Aurelia. Of course, we spared no expense at this. He goes, I will take 2 bottles of that. And he goes, 2 bottles, sir? And he goes, yes, I think 2 bottles is a good start. He goes, of course, not a problem at all, and I will just add that for you. He goes, thank you. And he turns to the rest of you guys and goes, thank you. Like, smiles.
I'll take 1 bottle of what he just said.
Oh, the Whisper Strawberry?
Huh?
Oh, truly a magnificent wine. You will enjoy yourself, young lady. If you've never had it before, it is quite a delicacy among elven nobles.
Just have faith in the selection today, so trust you, buddy.
That is utterly romantic. I did not realize the pair of you were...
Oh, no, come on.
Oh. I mean, apologies. I'm never sure. Groups together as adventurers often find the road to be a comfort of unity but never mind what I was thinking. For the 2 young ladies here, what might I get either of you?
I'll take a bottle of whatever red you recommend.
Oh, whatever red I recommend. Well,
Nothing too crazy. Just
No, I mean, what do you mean crazy?
well, I don't want your most expensive wine, but
Okay, so not the most expensive, but maybe right below. We have a 4 Seasons Barat, which is very good. It is a wine for every occasion.
all right.
Oh, very good. I'll have it pulled from the reserve. You'll truly enjoy the fanciful taste that comes with it. And for you, my dear,
I will have... what Nemerian reds do you have?
ooh, Nymerian Reds. Hell, Nymerian Reds by their very nature do not leave Nymeria, otherwise it somewhat defeats the point of being a Nymerian Red. But I will say for you and your speciality, I can inform you the kitchen does happen to have a bottle of reserve, a very good vintage, of the Crimson Case. It is a wine I'm sure you're quite familiar with. If you're an astute student of Nymerian wines, it was said to be lost to time, but I can assure you we have that.
Is tonight a night for something so extravagant?
If not now, when? You are in true comfort this evening.
Sure, let's go with it.
Very good. Will it be the bottle or just a glass?
I'll start with a glass. I may go
Start.
around for a few other things.
Very well. I'll put those orders in for you and have your drinks brought to you right away. Might I start anyone with an appetizer for the table? We have a gorgeous escargot that is currently sitting in just perfect for serving at this point.
Do you have any nachos?
Nachos. Like corn chips and cheese?
Yeah, and some meat, because you guys are fancy.
Every time Cobalt Jones talks like this to the attendant, you just see, like, Belle feels like a knife is getting stabbed into her.
She's like, I brought everyone to a fancy restaurant, and they're like, y'all, this is a nice place you got here. He looks at you and goes, well, we don't particularly, and you actually see this for a moment, and you see, like, the waiter is definitely having struggle. The server is having struggle at this, like, kind of relating to Cobalt Jones. And in a few passing moments, you see a large individual, this kind of like orcish individual, walk forward, big heavy tusks, and is wearing a suit with his sleeves rolled up to about the elbow, and goes, hey, Francis. He goes, oh yeah, yes, Tim. He goes, I'll take it from here. He goes, what? He goes, I'll take it from here. You go get the drinks. He goes, all right. And he goes and walks off, and you see this orc kind of look you over and go, nice to meet you, I'm Tim, sir. This is your first time dining with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries there. I understand that. Big fancy place for a lot of elves. I definitely understand where you're coming from. Said you wanted nachos?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got corn chips. I got wheat chips. I got all kinds of chips in the back. We can get you where you need, man. You want you want cheese on that? You want meat? You want beef? You want pig? You want what are we talking here? We want bacon bits?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, sounds good to me. All right, brother, we're going to get you taken care of here. You don't have to worry about a damn thing tonight, okay?
I like you.
Hey, I like you too, brother. Roll Tide. And goes and, like, walks away. And goes and, like, puts the order in.
Alabama is canon here, huh?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
I know exactly.
The
what you're
north
referencing
is
right
the
now.
south.
The north is the south. This is where it's...
I know exactly what you're referencing, and it is
I
fantastic.
would never steal something that I'd take wholehearted enjoyment out of, except always. But yeah, Tim goes and, like, shouts, and he goes, yeah, I need a wet pile of cheese. Yeah, put on some chips. Like, you hear, like, yelling in the back. Comes back out. Your drinks come with that, and they're set out on the table. Sure, true to form. Served with your drinks the moment they're placed on the table, you see Tim come back with a large metal plate with heavy-looking multicolored chips, cheese, bacon, beef right in the middle, kind of not, like, shockingly not greasy at all. They've drained the meat and it's all been seasoned quite well. You look it over and you can see near, like, the back of the kitchen, there is a individual who is, like, very, like, poised and kind of, like, looking out, and has this, like, heavy puff of, like, hair that covers over one side of their head. They seem to kind of, like, be curious as, like, people are already settling in, and then return to the kitchen from there. Your waiter looks over the group and kind of goes, might I get anyone else anything here? And, like, sets the bottles out, starts uncorking and pouring glasses for everyone to start on.
I think we're good for a moment.
Of course. Tonight for dinner we have a number of wonderful things available to you. My personal question is there any allergies we need to be made aware of tonight?
Eggs and poultry.
Eggs and poultry, so no chicken, do not have the nachos, and no eggs. Probably stay
Or
away from the
just me.
nachos. Just
Yeah, just-
you personally probably don't have any of that.
Okay, thank
All
you.
right. Yes, of course. And for the rest of you, any other allergies or things of that sort?
No.
Very good then. Well, if it is all quite the same to you, we have a number of entrees on order. If we were ready to put in for that, we have a number of things, truly. We have a beautiful filet de salmon, melon, vin black, citron riz with sauce champagne. It is a truly tremendous dish that you will find no equal to should you enjoy fish of that variety. I see a number of concerned faces. No problem. We have other things, of
No,
course.
I actually was looking forward to whatever fish you happen to have on the menu. I'll
Well,
gladly take that.
I'll put you down for the filet then. We also have a salade de chef le pot, which is a beautiful chicken with tomatoes, celery, onions, a hard-boiled egg with a bit of Swiss cheese and romaine lettuce, served with a bit of fresh red wine vinaigrette that runs over the dish. Might I offer chicken to anyone? Very good, not a problem. We also have a beautiful filet de boeuf grillé, sauce de pouvière verte, promesse prouée de hartes vertes, which is, of course, our grilled tenderloin of beef with green peppercorn sauce, mashed potatoes, and the most delightful green beans you will ever have in your life.
Take that. Can I also get double green beans, though?
Double green bean? How about triple green beans if you're going there?
What? No, just double.
Double it is. Okay, very good.
Okay.
Woman of refined palate. I will put you down for that.
I'll also take one as well, thank you.
Of course, we'll put that fillet in for you as well. And
I will as well.
you as well. Very good. And you, you...
I stare at Cobalt Jones, waiting for him to ask for a corn dog.
Yeah. So he continues. He looks around. He sees Bartholomew and Cobalt Jones have not ordered yet. He goes, if you're looking for perhaps a bit of a vegetarian option, we have the ratatouille sur quinoa. It is a beautiful ratatouille served on quinoa with kale. Perhaps a good option for you, sir? Right then. We also have a nice beef braised in Cabernet with baby onions and carrots. You see Bartholomew go, I'll take the ratatouille. That sounds delightful, actually. And kind of like looks to you and goes, sir, might I interest you in any of those options, or maybe a chef special or something?
So that's all you got?
And like looks over and you see this orc look at you and go, no, that ain't all we got, bro. I mean, what you in the mood for? I mean, you came to this kind of place here. You don't want to leave with just some kind of bullshit. I understand you. I'm a man myself. I don't really do any of this tutti frutti shit. How about you get you a nice 44-ounce steak, buddy? Yeah, we'll smother it.
Speaking my language.
Yeah, we'll smother it right there. Get you some good sauces all mixed in it. Get you a nice side of potatoes. And, of course, get you some corn, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
You gotta
all right.
pay this guy more.
Hey, that's why they pay me. We make sure we cater to every single person. All right, brother, I'll get you that taken care of. And, of course, you want that rare, right? Of course you do. All right, roll tide, brother. Goes and walks out to the kitchen. You see your server kind of go, I will put all that in for you, and certainly if there's anything you need, please just raise your hand and a member of staff will be with you right away. Thank you. And goes and heads off. Returns to the kitchen. So with that, is there anything you guys want to do or accomplish during dinner?
Celeste, we have a fairly private space to us here, provided in such a fine place you wanted to discuss.
Yeah, I wanted to know if anybody had any thoughts about what they're thinking or leaning towards as far as what Miss Galante said.
Well, I gave some of my opinions, but I suppose I'd like to ask Morgan first, since you weren't there. I think JJ left a little note under your door with what was mentioned.
She did. I was actually looking to hear your guys' opinions first.
Okay, sure. Personally, I am very interested in the the Ilse matter in the Mukwada village. I hadn't really talked about this, but I'm slightly familiar with the Baroness of Ilse, and I had thought that in her taking that title that she would, well, not to speak ill of individual people from different places, but the history of Ilse is rather violent and conquering, and it seemed that she was going to lead them in a different way, and that's not what's happening down there. But it's a bit far and out of the way. But those are the personal reasons why I was a little interested in that one. I'm very interested in the creatures that are attacking the Boswellian colony. Just I feel paranoid to worry about so many things and think that they could be connected to the creatures from Ardnum. But when I think about the path that we walked, I know that that's where they watched, and it makes me wonder. And then that mysterious message to the Frigid Well also was very interesting.
My only concern is we have those don't really have a timeline of urgency right this minute, right? Whereas some others did. Did I understand that right?
Yes, two of the matters are fairly urgent. Although I would think the Boswellian colony would be up there in urgency as well, since they're being attacked by creatures, but the Valtorin request seemed the most time sensitive.
Yeah, the one down south, that's got the big ol' spooky guy, that the gems kind of awakened, I guess, for lack of a better term. That one, if we don't accept it, then it gets passed on to someone else. Just because something does have, a timetable doesn't mean that particularly we have to take it. We just get first pick.
Yeah. There is a slight timetable, which was a reason why taking the northern path and it would offer us the earliest opportunity to stop in Grim Village and see if we could find some answers in relation to what happened at the Lightning Farm and those who we believe responsible. And it would also allow us to escort Mr. Schmidt north to Iskander if he comes to terms with the lady. And if we then try to put our efforts in at the Brazilian colony before heading over to the Frigid Well, we'd likely be spending a few months that we would be able to then end up at the Cloudview village where Warvel was hoping to partake in that little tournament. And it will also give us an opportunity to choose if we wish to stop in Thule along the way.
Yeah.
Cats.
I was gonna say that I think I prefer the northern route just because it gets so much done. But I do understand if other people have other priorities. It's what everyone wants.
Yeah, I think I like the north route too. Although going to the desert place would put us right next to Bone Wharf, and that is the coolest named place.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of collected conquest stuff is down that area. It's really cool. Just haven't had chances to play. But yeah, it seems like a cool area.
I probably don't get a vote here.
Of course you do. Go ahead. We'll love to hear from you, so right. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, if you're asking me, perhaps about what to do with your budding divinital pursuits,
On a scale of 1 to 10, how shit-faced is Buddy right now?
both those bottles he ordered are gone already.
Yes.
Yeah, Buddy used to have what we call a problem, and he has rediscovered this problem. But he's holding like half of the end of a pour, and is kind of just sitting there going, if I could just speak about what I know in my history, it's that you shouldn't go southeasterly, because the people of Ilza smell like owlbear shit, and I'm pretty sure they lick each other clean. And also, I once heard that they're like, what? Incest? I love that. It's my favorite thing. So they're just real, they're pieces of shit. I think we don't go there. That sounds awful. They have crazy snake people there. They just unhinge the jaw and they eat babies. I've seen it.
Wait, I'm really confused, Buddy. Are you talking about kobolds right now? Do I
No.
need to get offended?
No, not kobold. You're good. But there's these snake people. They're like, I don't even want to call them people, okay? They get mad if you sneeze. Jonesy. They get mad if you sneeze at them. Are you kidding me? You know how frequently someone sneezes? Orville does it all of the time. You'd be murdered.
Yeah, well, he has a
On the
sinus
spot.
issue, so
Yes. I
I
think
don't
we
know about
go.
you guys, but 2-bottle Buddy is my favorite.
I think we go. Whatever the direct opposite is of southeast. That's where you want to go, because that's where all the best people are.
You've been there.
What?
Been there.
I've been
Southeast.
south. The place sucks.
So yes.
What?
So you've been.
I have been around. Yes. Right. Your hair is so nice.
Okay.
How do you get
And
your
so
hair
have
like
you
that?
been to like this bone place that Jonesy's talking about though?
The Bone Zone? I've never been to the Bone Zone, no.
Celeste, I'm gonna have to say you did this to yourself.
Just don't. I don't know what it's called.
I don't know what we're talking about, truthfully.
Buddy,
Yeah.
my good friend,
Oh, yeah. We're good friends. But we're not
yeah.
besties. Sorry.
giving me
Position
that title.
has been filled.
I know, you haven't given anyone else that title yet. Have you
Nope.
been to Bone War?
Bone Wolf?
Yeah.
It's a funny name.
I know it is. It's really silly.
It's really funny. No, I'm afraid of boats.
Oh, shoot.
How do you know
Well,
they're snake people and that they lick each other and smell like?
He's talking
That's
about
not in
Ozurd.
Bone Wolf.
That's not
He's
in
talking about Ozurd.
Bone. You're so silly.
I-
You're so
I understand the
silly.
confusion here.
No, it's okay. You're just so pretty, Celeste. It's okay.
Here, let me help you.
You're going
you
to
want a refill?
find a beautiful. Yes, I do.
Celeste.
I would love more.
Celeste.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna fill his bottle with water
Oh, with water.
and then pass it back. This is very expensive. Do not spill it.
Okay, sure. I won't. Give me a bluff check at advantage because he is trashed.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh.
What do we get?
On 11.
An 11. He goes, oh right. Yeah, no, very expensive primo stuff. Yeah, I'll drink that. I'll drink it. I will. I shouldn't lie to you. I'm gonna just knock it over when you hand it to me.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to lie, but I just don't want to drink what you're drinking. It's pretty bad. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, that's cool. I appreciate your honesty.
Hey, I appreciate
Yep.
what
okay.
you do, with your swinging your muscles.
You appreciate her hair.
Her hair's so nice. It looks like a cloud. How do you get it that color? Is that natural?
So is everybody going to the sleepover at Belle's room?
Oh, I could go for a sleepover right now.
What? We should just do it in the gathering hall
Yeah,
then,
let's
because there's
do
not
it.
enough room in my room if
Ooh,
everyone
we
wants.
could probably build some
I can bring.
forts.
I was gonna say I'll bring some pillows and we can
Pillow
make a pillow fort.
forts.
Yes. Great idea. Great idea.
Yes.
You could probably take like the dining area and put like blankets over the table and really just
We could
use our
have a
surroundings.
pillow castle. Ooh. Kobold Jones could be our pillow dragon.
Okay,
Kind of
took
like a
that far.
dragon. Very
Jones,
dragony.
do you want to go north too?
Yeah, Bone Wharf sounds pretty cool, but
It's very dragony.
what?
What? And like as you're asking, you see like Bartholomew, who's been sitting next to you, is kind of like lightly touching your shoulder, and like fingers are like flicking your purple scales back and forth. He's like, "You're like a little dragon. Look at you. It's great."
I'm gonna bite him.
you bite him, and there's this very slow response as your teeth sink in. A little bit of blood. You can taste that irony taste. He goes, "Oh shit, he bit me. Oh, please stop. I think that might hurt." Like blood's draining out of his arm. She's like, "Could you not? Someone get him. Bestie, you can't have my blood, Bestie." He pokes your nose.
You have the vampire teeth in still?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Aww.
You heal if you need to heal.
And now they're used, right?
And they are used now. You do get a little drunk off of it. His blood alcohol level's fucked right now. Get a nice
so-
clipping buzz.
Jonesy is tanked, but he is a professional
Yeah, you're like,
drunk.
yeah.
Like you don't know except by looking into his eyes, and they're just like milky.
Oh yeah. Bartholomew is full on like lush wine mom at this point. Saying this as well, as you guys are having this conversation, your dinner is provided to you, these large, extravagant entrees. You do look, and on everyone's plate, other than Kobold Jones, the serving size is very small, compact. The plating is immaculate. The sauces are used to decorate each plate, and the serving size is about a single portion of whatever it is that you ordered, except for Celeste's plate, which has 2 portions, which equates to about a scoop and a half of green beans. Kobold Jones, what is served to you are large, thick steak fries that are in a basket and a heavy-looking metal plate, not on nice china, and just a heavy-looking steak covered in garlic butter with the bones still in it, and it has just been cooked immaculately. It has got big, huge grill marks on it. Your orc friend kind of like looks you over and goes, "How we doing, boss?"
And then I will just grab it and just right off the bone, the whole thing.
This thing goes, That's what's up, roll tide. All right, brother. And goes and walks off. Everyone else, your dinner arrives. Bartholomew looks at his food and goes, "Oh, this is lovely. I love this one. Look at how pretty it is. Celeste, look how pretty my dinner is."
So, JJ, you want to go north too?
I don't think she's looking. Jonesy, tell her to look at how pretty my food is.
It
Look at
looks
this.
absolutely beautiful.
We should get a painter to paint this so I can show people how nice it is.
Hey, you draw.
Oh, I do draw. Hold on. He goes and like reaches into his pack. He's like, "Hold on, I got my book here with me."
Yes,
Oh
Miss
shit.
Celeste.
Turning is rough.
I think
Okay.
north would be my preference, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'll be honest. I don't really have a preference. I just wanted to know that I care about all of your all's feelings and that, wherever you guys want to go, it's fine with me.
Oh, you're so sweet, Celeste.
Okay.
In that vein of going north, what are everyone's feelings about the potential stop in Thule?
At this point, I think it's important to at least know.
It's the Black Ram.
Well,
As much as I don't like the Black Ram, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I don't have any feelings about it, but if you don't like him, I don't like him. So, if that helps you at all.
Well, I appreciate the choice to dislike someone just because someone else did. That's very considerate.
Welcome. So I invite everybody to our sleepover because I want everybody to be able to enjoy sleepover too. Just wanted everybody to really invest the time and energy to spending time together and just hating everybody that everybody else hates too. So we're in this together, right, Morgan? Together.
Absolutely.
She's like a saint.
Well, we can discuss it as we go on the road, but the lady to give us the fair warning that if we do decide to go there, to we'll keep our eyes in the backs of our heads, because that is a place where bullshit happens, apparently.
A question. Do we plan on stopping that the place where we got that note from to go to? Gosh, what was it called?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Frigid Well.
You know what I'm talking
yeah,
about?
The Frigid Well
Frigid Well?
in Riska.
That's one I was most interested in.
Yeah,
So-
if we're taking this route, we can
Mhm.
look into personal matters for Orville and especially for JJ, and then we can potentially help. I don't remember his name right now.
This,
And
I
I've
don't.
had one glass.
I don't
Klaus?
remember people's names.
Klaus, yes.
Oh yes,
Um,
the Durga.
Mr. Schmidt.
Yes.
All right.
How's that drawing
Anna.
coming, buddy?
It's pretty good, I think. I'm doing very well. And you see, like, Buddy has a bunch of different pencils out, and actually, like, colored pencils that are, like, sitting out there. Because I think it's pretty shitty, though. I don't feel confident about it. I don't think.
JJ's gonna peek over.
Oh, sure. Hold on, I'll show you what he's drawn. Boop. From his sketchpad.
Buddy, that's magnificent.
It's pretty bad. The lines are sketchy and the weight's all wrong. And I'm just gonna. And he like rips it out of his book. And he just goes, I don't like it. And
Can I keep it?
why would you want? It's very bad.
It's very good. I'll keep it.
It's very art student looking for inspiration from a plate. My brother would hate it.
Which one?
Oh, don't get me started on which one. The bitchy
Okay,
one.
well, your better family loves it, so
I have a better
your new-
family?
us.
Us.
We're family?
Oh, buddy.
I wasn't
Yes,
gonna cry,
buddy.
but you know...
Hug him.
You
Hug him.
hug him.
Yes.
You know...
I'm gonna slowly
his
slide
vulnerable
under the
states.
table.
Morgan does the... He goes,
Emo kid.
Morgan, you hear in your head and goes, "We can escape through the front door. They'll never find us." It's just like immediately you're very consciously aware of all the exits in the building. You have like this like flight or fight defense trigger. And Buddy's just like, Celeste, I've always wanted a sister who wasn't an evil, mean elf. And you're like the nicest person ever.
Wait. If
Huh?
she's hugging with both arms, who's killing with both arms?
Oh, but she's not. You're not a huggy bear. You're good, right?
Oh, are you a huggy bear, though?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, they. You know how many times my knee has been replaced at this point? It hurts.
Yeah, I gotta know, did he ever pay you?
What?
Yeah.
I don't think that the little red shithead knows what money is. I'm not fully convinced he truly knows what coins are. But he put oh, the room is spinning.
My.
He put
JJ.
your hair is so soft, Celeste.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, of course. He put the little one with the squeaking, the chipmunk. Charles in charge. Yeah, Charles has been in charge.
Buddy.
Yes, JJ.
She's just gonna gently tap his back really quick.
Just
Just do
I have an itch. If you could get between my shoulder blades.
She'll itch a little bit for him.
A little to the
but
left.
She's gonna cast Luster Restoration.
You remove the poison condition from him.
Yes.
He goes, oh, this is lovely. Absolutely lovely. This is a delightful dinner. I'm so sorry about,
Just making sure you're okay. I know you do have to.
No, I'm good. I have to drive later. I shouldn't be drinking. Yeah, I have to get everyone
Well,
home
you
safe.
know, magic is pretty neat, you know.
Pretty nifty. Sure is. That's...
Little scritch on the back. A good
Yeah.
scritch on the back.
Thank you. You know, I liked the part where we're family and family looks out for each other. That's good. All right. So anyway, sorry to interrupt. It's great. Starts eating his meal.
Your sketch is good, so thank you. I'm gonna take that, and she's just gonna.
He goes, you shouldn't. Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. It's gone. It's gone. It's
I'm
gone.
gonna get you to share your art someday.
Oh, there's some really good stuff in there.
I'm being kind and letting him choose when to share it.
Well, good thing we're so long lived. This is delightful. Keeps eating
Morgan,
it.
did you have a preference?
We keep getting
No,
in
I
between
think-
snacks.
I know, right? I'm the worst. I think that heading north is what I was interested in. The frigid well seems really fascinating to me. And if we can knock out a couple other things, that's the way I would want to go.
Well, we'll have a couple more days. What would be the ETA on the items that we were having fixed for me and JJ?
Each of them. Oop, who'd we lose? We lost somebody. We lost Celeste.
Celeste, yeah.
Beep boop boop. Please wait while the stream refreshes. Something went wrong. Boop 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 deep bop boop. Beep bop beep bop. It would only be a couple more days at this point.
Okay.
You ordered them. You've been in town about 3-4 days. So tail end of the week. That's about when you'd be needed.
Cool.
I will I don't want to fix the cameras.
Yeah, I know. Just
'Cause
wait
then
a
there'll be-
second.
there'll be no point. Is everything okay, Cobble Jones?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It looks like she still has internet.
Oh, strange. Maybe Discord just like updated or something.
I don't know.
Could have been Discord.
Discord do be doing that.
Well, she has to use the web thing, so you
The
know how
web?
that is.
The web thing.
Web
Yeah,
thing.
she uses
the
it through
internet.
the browser.
Yeah, the browser
Instead of-
Discord.
Oh, because it's on a Google
Oh.
Chrome. That makes sense. Or not Google Chrome, Google Book. Chromebook. There we go.
Yeah, it's like a work computer thing. So
Yeah, gotcha. Fair enough. I have an extra webcam. She needs it.
yeah, she had technical difficulties with her normal computer the first time,
Ah.
so that's why we did laptop. But
No worries then.
yeah, it's alright. I can translate.
You can translate.
Mhm.
But yeah, so if we're going to head north in maybe 2 or 3 more days, we'll need to inform Lady Galanti of that decision, and she can likely help us procure transportation, as she did offer. And the main thing I think we should all do is shop for some very warm clothing.
Yes. Oh, more. I grabbed some of the studded leather off of those folks for you.
Oh,
Thank
you.
Just so you could have some. I knew you just had, our standard issue, but I figured at least the
Speaking
studded set we could.
of that as well, you weren't interested in the bow, but the arrows that fellow had were all magically enchanted to be just a little bit more dangerous, so you might be interested in those.
Was anybody here going to take the bow and use it?
I think we're probably going to sell it at this point.
Could sell it and get you a different bow.
No.
I'm more interested in seeing what my other weapon is like.
You're just gonna plug her ears.
I
Question? What other weapon do you have? I don't.
We'll discuss this over the sleepover. That's
Oh.
that's
Sleepover
talk.
conversation. Okay, sure.
Yep.
Okay, I'm down with
Oh,
that.
the one Jonesy gave me, you know.
Oh, the weird knife thing? That's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
But yeah, magic arrows useful for anyone who happens to use a bow.
I think that's just
I think Morgan's the only one that uses
Yeah.
bows.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find a use for him.
That's cool. As dinner winds down, your servers come collect your plates. Your main attendant kind of goes, might there be anything else that we can provide for you this evening? We do have a lovely creme brulee.
yes, please.
Of course. Is that just the one, or anyone up for dessert? Saved room for it?
If anything more chocolatey.
Anything more chocolate? We have
Preferably in the shape of a bunny.
we could see about a rabbit of some sort. We do have a white chocolate mousse tart that we do. I could frame that as a bunny. We could do that, I guess. Right. Two tarts.
I'll have one. It doesn't need to be shaped like a bunny. Mine doesn't. Hers does.
Right. Of course, as you will. And you see Tim kind of look over to you and go, "You fool! Did you actually finish your food?"
It was really good. I don't do sweets though.
Yeah, I didn't figure you did. You need another beer?
No, but if you have corn dogs,
Corn dogs?
yeah.
Yeah, I got you, man. I got a corn dog. Get that right for you, boss. He heads
Okay.
off to the back.
You found it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on your tab.
That's fine.
So, yeah.
It's a corn dog.
It's a corn dog.
You said
You
I didn't say anything. I stared at you. You read my mind.
No, back when we first met, you said you'd give me a corn dog.
I did say I would get you a corn dog. Oh, I'm finally living up to my promises.
But with that, if no one else wants dessert, your server will return back to the kitchen. Fairly shortly after that, they'll return with tarts that have been reshaped and molded into the shapes of bunnies. They hand them out to everyone. There is a beautiful white chocolate mousse that runs over the top of them to give it like the accents of whiskers and like the nose and stuff. And there are cocoa inserts. To a bit of shock, a large metallic, almost gravy boat is brought in front of Kobold Jones and sat in front of him. He goes, "You're welcome. Think you'll like this one a lot." And they kind of like lift it up, and inside this gravy boat is what appears to be full husks of corn that have been posed to look like a dog. He goes, "Corn dog. There you go, kid. They got you, man." And it's got like little like half husks that have been like stuck into the top to make it ears. It's got a snout, and it's just butter salted corn on the cob, but it's been chopped up enough times and stuck together with twigs to kind of like, or like little like toothpicks to have it in a dog shape.
Aw. You finally got it.
I had no idea that's what they look like.
Thanks.
That's strange.
Yep. Best chefs we got here. They know everything.
It's really impressive.
Welcome, little buddy.
And then-
And he slaps you on the back twice.
So Jonesy will start to eat it, but will be kind of like tears rolling down his cheeks as he eats the entire thing. And then he turns to Buddy and he kind of whispers, he's like, "Yeah, funny thing about this, kobolds can't digest corn."
Oh, that's gonna be really rough for you.
It's a good thing we're gonna all be together for the sleepover. Am I right or am I right?
Hey, yeah. JJ, can I have a word with you?
Yeah, what's up?
Maybe like on the ride back, well, you and I should have a conversation. Unrelated
Okay.
to anything.
Okay, you want me to ride up front with you?
Yeah, if you could do that, it'd be great.
Okay, yeah.
Great, yeah. Yeah. A lot of garlic in that corn.
Oh,
Huh.
God.
All right. Well then. With that though, you all enjoy a very proper and exquisitely made dinner. For everyone who has partaken, which everyone has, you all benefit as if you've had restoration cast upon you. You feel restored, your insides, even Kobold Jones, for just the high quality of food, you feel as if any toxins and things that sort in your body are working their way through. It very much is a healthy, curative meal that has been prepared for you and of like the finest quality. You feel good about yourselves, and for the most part, everyone shouldn't find anything they hate about it. As well, I need... Where am I at here? Yeah. Everyone who is missing a sanity gains a sanity from this meal. That's how good it is.
And that's why I wanted to go to a nice restaurant.
Mhm.
Back up to full.
It is truly something to behold. With that, the check does arrive. He holds it and goes, "I do believe that you are the head of the table. Is that correct, ma'am?"
Yes, that is correct.
Well, then there's just this small matter here, and kind of like opens the check to you. You see the listing is for 300 gold pieces.
JJ will put in 100 gold.
Morgan will as well.
No, and I'll take the last in 10 platinum.
Okay. And you hand it out, and he looks at it.
And what would the tip be? I gotta do math.
Math. It's my math dance. Actually, I can do Sam dance for math dance.
So yeah, and then I'll include 60 gold as a tip.
60 gold in the tip. You see your waiter kind of go and collect the coin and take the tip and goes, "Oh, you don't need any change?"
No.
Very good then, and thank you for your positive generosity. You see from behind him, you hear this like very subtly here. You're splitting that with me. He goes, of course. He goes, well then, we thank you so much for dining with us this evening. The table, of course, is yours until you're ready to leave, and certainly we will have your carriage pulled around waiting for you upon your departure. We thank you so much for your generous visit. Seekers of Gulanti.
Thank you.
Yes. And then, we look forward to your next visit. Take care. They kind of like walk off and shuffle and like collect all the final plates and kind of like just provide water to the table and leave you guys to your own musings. Any final business you might have before wrapping up and heading to the sleepover?
Oh, whatever,
Orc's
buddy.
name?
Oh, go
His
ahead.
name was Tim.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Joe. And I'll point him out.
Point him out. He goes, yeah, what you need, bud? No, what do you need?
Hey, come here.
Yeah, I got you one. He goes and he like takes a knee, gets like right down like near you. He's like, what can I
I'll
do
give
for you,
him
bud?
3 platinum.
He
Thanks.
takes 3 platinum. He goes, hey, can you say that you only gave me a platinum?
Oh, I'm not telling anybody I gave you anything.
Hey, you ever need anything, you come find me, okay?
Sounds good, Joe.
Yeah, you got it, Frank. And tucks the coins in the front pocket and gets up and walks away.
That's it.
All right. Any other final business for dinner? All Bartholomew will tell you is that Kobold Jones is a ticking time bomb for his gastronomy. His stomach is going to explode at one point, and Buddy makes no small effort to explain how dangerous the night is about to be for the entire room.
I've never experienced kobold going through gastric distress.
Oh, it's awful.
I would,
You hear from the back. Oh, guys.
As Herd
I
returns
don't
to the
feel
carriage.
good.
Yeah, that's not going to let up anytime soon.
I was gonna ask
Yeah.
how you know that, but at the same time, I don't think I want to know.
We're besties. I can sense these things about him.
We can leave it at that, yeah.
Yeah, let's just leave it at that and question it no further.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, so like, maybe we stop at the hospital, or... He ate a whole dog. Like a
Of
whole corn dog.
Not a lot of animals actually process corn.
Right. Yeah, no. Pretty gross.
Yeah.
There is a veterinarian in town. We can stop there.
That might be the better option, to be honest.
I will bring us around to the veterinarian. Goes,
Maybe we just put him out in the backyard and let him have his peace with the Weavers.
he goes, do you think he'd go for that? Like, I feel kind of bad. I mean, he is my bestie, so I feel like I should be the one to do it,
You let him out back.
Well,
Time to a post, so he doesn't come back in.
Oh, I thought we were going to kill him. I thought, we were going to put him down with the Weavers. I'm so sorry.
No.
Okay, no, completely misread. That's my fault.
Let him take care of his business outside.
I've got just the plan. I like where this is going. And, you guys return back to the estate. The carriage goes all the way into the backyard. And Bartholomew goes, okay, I'll get the door in a second, and goes and works with something near one of the there's a big shed, and he comes back and he opens the door and he goes, bestie, how we feeling?
He's just super bloated.
Yeah,
the bottom parts of the armor.
Oh, yeah, man, it looks like you're living your best life.
That way.
Yeah, man. Hey, bestie, I got you a thing. Check it out. It's a bitchin' necklace. And he holds up this like heavy black leather strap with big spikes on it that have been recently driven in. They look like they might have belonged to something else at one point, and a big heavy looking buckle. And he goes, "Isn't that pretty cool for a bestie present? Surprise bestie present."
Look, buddy, I may be a daddy, but I'm not a leather daddy.
Oh. No, I just thought like this would complete your ensemble, you know, like this whole armor thing you got going on. You could headbutt somebody with this and kill him.
Yeah, I could do it without it. Thanks, though.
All right. Walks to the front of the cart, and, like throws the collar, and goes, "I don't know how we're gonna leave him out here. Honestly, I thought that was my best shot. What do I do, JJ?" Everyone starts filing out of the carriage at this point,
I don't know.
except for Kobold Jones, who's probably on his ass, like wiggling his feet.
Yeah, basically.
There's a blockage somewhere.
We're doomed.
I'm gonna
Oh,
head
we're doomed.
into the medical area and see if I can find any sort of antacids.
You head into the estate, and you head to the medical area. There's one nurse that's on call, and she's just like, "What can I get you, darling?"
Yeah, I have a pet that is
Oh, okay.
he ate some things he shouldn't. You know, he's not a pet actually. Sorry, we're the Seekers, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Kobold Jones is an imbecile.
Okay.
He ate corn. Apparently, kobolds don't process it well. Do you have anything to help him with his stomach?
Normally we'd recommend that, like, you know, you throw it up, but kobolds can't do that. So
No.
I would recommend that he try to pass it himself. That'd be the healthiest option here.
Mm-hmm.
But if he can't do that, I can give you a good diuretic.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic.
All right, yeah, here you go. And she hands you a small clay bottle, of like what as you open it, it's like a thick milky substance. Just make sure he has that. That's one dose, and that'll help.
All right, thank you.
Oh wait, do you want it in strawberry flavor? We have
What's
it for
this
kids.
one?
Oh, this is just. This is just
definitely.
Regular. Oh, okay, yeah. She switches it out for a little like bottle with a pink stamp, and she hands it to you, and she goes, "That one's strawberry for children."
Thank you so much.
Of course. Have a great night.
You too.
Yeah. You head back. Kobold Jones groaning in the back of the carriage.
Jones.
Eventually, just hear a large clatter as he falls out of the carriage, trying to get out.
Jones.
And he's in full armor, of course, still. So
Jones, you have two options before you. Go through this the long and painful way, or drink this delicious strawberry laxative and shit your entire body out.
which one lets me go to the slumber party?
Drink the laxative, dude.
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes with laxatives, you end up shitting for hours. I feel
Drink
like it's
laxative.
gonna.
Make us all happy and drink it. Don't attend the party. We'll have
Right.
it another time.
Before you drink this, take your armor off.
I will.
You will
Please.
not get it off before it starts.
leave it
I'll
on.
take all
It'll
the
be
minutes.
Exciting.
It'll be exciting. So let's go. It's a race.
Oh god.
Someone can determine how quickly it truly takes you to get that armor on and off.
Science.
Why did
mostly.
you want a corn dog? If you can't process it.
I'm just as baffled
Because
as
it's
you.
not a goddamn corn dog.
So-
You just chug the laxative.
You chug the laxative with your armor still on.
Quick,
You
Sometimes you have to follow your dreams, JJ, and it means pain.
you throw it back. I need you immediately to make me 3 Constitution saving throws.
Don't add the +2.
Celeste says you're not getting the +2.
She stands 50
And she
feet
just
away.
backs
She
away.
backs up.
First one's a 21.
Okay.
Second one's a 14.
Okay.
And then the last one is a 12.
A 12. Okay. So the you feel it boom hit the bottom of your stomach. Immediately you feel your insides kind of twist and open. You're like, "Ooh!" A big heavy burp pops out from your mouth. You feel it kick up. A lot of acid in the back of your throat. kind of adjust yourself. You feel that you guys can hear the kind of like crinkling of his armor moving up and down as his his abdomen kind of reflexively takes in this diuretic. Then it hits, and you feel everything in your stomach drop down. You go, oh, and you get those good finger tinglies, and you know the time
guys.
is soon approaching.
We're still in the street.
You're in the
That's
backyard. You're in the backyard of the estate.
Backyard.
Okay.
Well, the leash is still there if you want to do this. I don't know what you're into. Have fun. I just start walking away.
Yep.
JJ's out. Valville's out.
I gave good advice. You still didn't take it.
Bartholomew
Buddy, you
looks to you and goes,
coming?
do you need help maybe with your armor, or... I feel bad leaving you, friend.
Buddy, do you want shit all over you?
It would not be the first time I've had shit all over me, thank you.
Oh.
No, it's all right, buddy.
Cobalt
Go enjoy
shit.
the sleepover. I'll be there in a little bit.
I don't want you to lie to me. I don't think it's going to be a little bit, friend.
It'll be fine.
I'll tell your story. He puts his hand on your shoulder and goes, "Give him hell out there, kid," and starts walking away. And you see a single tear leave Buddy's eye as if he's leaving a friend for war. It just rolls down and goes all the way out on the side. Celeste, are you leaving?
I'm gone already.
Oh, you're already gone. Morgan,
Yeah, once you
dipping,
plugged it, I was like, oh.
Already out.
already out.
Thanks.
In the history of things that have passed through people, there have been 5 instances of the best poops. In this instance, you've topped 4 out of 5 of them with how absurd this comes out. I will save our viewers that horrible, horrible feeling of knowing.
Yeah, no, so anyway, strategy-wise...
Let's talk strategy.
Pants off.
Pants are off.
We're in a birth...
Does
We're
he
in a
make it in
what?
time? Does he make it in time before
He do-
shitting his pants?
You do make it in time. However, you didn't fail by 5 or more, so you do make it in time. But you do take 2 points of exhaustion for failing the DC 15 saving throw versus it twice. As you
we're in
empty.
a full birthing position. Yeah, we're in a birth... Legs back, up in the air.
I don't want you to describe this to anyone ever, except I do need you to write it out and send it to Orville because he's feeling it too.
Orville's listening.
Orville has that, like, I sense a disturbance in the force.
Orville has been laughing nonstop.
Good stuff. I love it. I love it a lot. So yeah, I think that's as good of an ending as we'll get here for the evening. We'll call it here. If the group decides they want to do their slumber party in downtime, they will. Otherwise, we'll see you next week for some downtime activities, of course, and kind of show off how this sleepover goes. These people say the table, and they say join us at the table. And I've been told by the internet that sometimes I am the table. So yeah, the chat rules are be fun, have nice, whatever. So we're going to raid them. They are called The Table Gaming. So we're going to go ahead and raid them here. With that, as always, guys, I really thank you guys for tuning in, having fun with us, and putting up with this shitty good time. We laughed, we cried, some of us shit ourselves. It's D&D, that's how it works. So with that,
Is it shitting yourself if you have no pants on?
It is still shitting yourself in this instance.
You know,
I
you
feel
win the game of don't poop your pants if you,
You
just
did.
take your pants off.
You can't poop your pants if you don't have pants on. Anyway, I've been Kareem Zamir. These have been the Seekers of Galanti. This has been Second Wake. We'll see you guys next time. If you are a subscriber to the channel, feel free, throw out our raid emote, spam the living shite out of it. Spam the Kobold Jones out of it. And we'll see you guys next week. Love your faces, level 20 characters. Peace out.